Looks like we... All right, here we go. My mic was muted for a second. I don't know why my mic was muted, but my mic was muted. We are live. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome to the stream. I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I am doing really good. I mean, I could be doing better, but that doesn't matter. All that matters is that I'm doing good. I'm doing good enough. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And that's completely fine. So we're going to talk a lot about some different gaming topics today. We're going to go over issues and stuff that's been happening. Justin with the 3.
I tried the FF7 Rebirth demo on Switch 2 and Xbox Rog Ally X. I can say I'm getting it on Switch 2.
Yeah, I've been hearing... I played the Switch 2 version of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I've seen people talk about it on PC. Even with the ROG Ally, it's a little rough on there. So they actually did a pretty good job with it. There is some pop-in, and obviously it's not as good as PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, for example, or even like you know, if you have a beast tier PC. But for a hybrid platform, it's actually a pretty good version of the game. And once the 30 frames in the game, it's something that you kind of like, your eyes are kind of like, oh, okay, it's 30. But then you kind of just adjust to it because the input delay is next to none. There's no input delay with the attacks. It actually feels just as smooth as the PlayStation version from what I can remember. Like as soon as I press the button, Cloud's attacks come out. It's very responsive. So that's what I didn't expect that as much. I thought it'd be a little bit delayed or lagged a bit, but it was actually not bad. All things considered, you know, which I should have expected. It's obviously Final Fantasy VII Remake was the same way. But yeah, it's not a bad version of the game at all. I'm probably going to pick it up on Switch 2 as well. So yeah, good stuff. Thank you, Justin, with the $3 dono. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. And yes, check out the final. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy more today. I'm going to give you guys more of my impressions of the game. I might make a video on it. I might not. I'm not sure yet. Might have lost my window to do it, but the demo is just so long. I didn't have enough time to get it done this morning because I had to make today's video as well. So hit that like button, guys. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming today. Let's go. Appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you for the 3, Justin. We got full extensions today, guys. We are locked in and ready to go. Full extension, so hit that like button. Anybody does 3 or more, you can beat up my man Justin at the top of the board. And of course, if you drop a donut, make sure you put your music request in the message or in the chat if you can't fit it. Let's get some hype music today, guys. All right. Let's see here. Let's get into the shout outs too. So if you're here in the chat and you want me to say hi to you, make sure you say what up, and I will say what up to all my peeps here, to all my lovely people. I will say what up to all of you guys. So make sure you hit that like button and say what up in the chat. Diora's here like always. Party Man's here. Justin, of course. Big Sharks. Ninmar. Spurs. What's up, Spurs? Jamar. Broads Gamer. What is good, guys? Welcome. Figure John is here as well. 777AZ. Double OG. What is good, guys? Huddy. What's up, Huddy? General Zamora. 91 Gamer Boy. What's up, man? Welcome. Drew Arco Arena. Boo Boo. What's up, Boo Boo? Welcome. How are you doing today? Dan Dips. Yo, the chef. The chef. Let's see here. CBH. What up, CBH? Fladius. Great Boomy. What's up, Boomy? The worst thing is that the Sony ponies are defending DRM. I mean, some of them are. A lot of them are saying it's not a good thing. So, just depending on who. House Gang. What up, House Gang? Mike D. What up, Mike D? Chrono Rig. Yo, Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross in the house here. What's up, Chrono? Let's see here. Yo, Jax. Yo, Jax AZ. What's up, baby? Good to see you here in the chat. Welcome. How are you doing? Long time. Kind of know. I mean, I know you stop by every now and then. It's good to see you here chatting as well. Big love, though, guys. Shout out to the Twitch fam, too. I see you guys on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, make sure you say what up. I see there's some viewers on Twitch, so make sure you say what up in the chat on Twitch, and I'll say what up to you as well. Let's see here. Yo, what's up, Ego? What is DRM? DRM is digital rights management. So it's essentially it checks to verify that you own something, that you actually own the game, or that it's a legitimate copy of the game. So it's like an online check, essentially. That's what it is. That's what DRM is. So Sony essentially implemented, it seems like, from the information That's why I didn't rush to make a video or anything. From the information that I've gathered, it seems like Sony made a DRM check for newly purchased games within the first, I think, 15 to 30 days or something like that. You have to verify that the game is online. You have to like check to see that the game's online. And then after that window is up, you don't have to do any more online checks. So that's what I've gathered from the information. Spawnwave put out a video going over it, talking about how his newly purchased games. So from this point and on, like if you don't check within the 30 days or the 14 days, it will not work anymore. So there is a form of DRM. Now there's been various levels of why Sony's doing this. Some of it is because of the hack situation, the jailbroke situation where people can steal games. Some of it is because of the refund window within that time frame. So some people talk about game sharing. Like there's like a lot of different things that have kind of popped up. But I think what we need to do is we definitely need to do like more full testing and let days go by and just get more information. But it does seem like there's been some form of DRM that wasn't there before that is now there. So regardless, even if it's for 14 days or for whatever, there is some form of DRM, which that was not there before. It was not there beforehand. Back in the day, back in my day, or, pretty much any platform, if like, for example, Switch or Switch 2, if you download a game and it's to your main account, you don't have to verify that game. There's no DRM check-in because you have already paid for it. You've already verified. Now, the only time that you have to do like a verification for Switch 2 is if you have like a certain option setting and you have like multiple systems. So then if you have it like on a separate account on a different or a separate, your account on a separate system, and on there, like sometimes you can check for online to see, okay, I can play that game, or you can load it on the game, like on the system. But it's really weird how Nintendo does it, to be honest. Even with my two Switch systems here, like my two Switch 2s here, it's kind of weird. Like the online license, it checks to see that I have it on my second Switch. But on my main Switch, I never have to check for the digital games, depending on what Switch it's loaded on. Like, oh, it's loaded on this one or it's loaded on that one, So it's a bit weird, but it's a bit different, But anyway, let's get into what you guys are saying here. Then we'll talk about some more Nintendo Switch 2 news, as we've got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We got a Metroid movie that's been kind of rumored. We've got more stuff on Star Fox. That's just more rumors and things on Star Fox. Necro Felipe kind of talking about it himself, saying that he feels that it's real. He just wishes that Nate didn't give a timeline, because then people are waiting for it. It's supposed to be April. And I wish Nate didn't say that either. I wish Nate said, hey, look, I'm not exactly sure when it's going to be, but I mean, it could be revealed in April, but you never know. Plans always change. I wish he would have said that instead of saying April's the reveal date, June. Like, I wish he didn't do that. I would just wish he just said Star Fox is coming at some point. If he would have just done that, that would have been fine. So I hope in the future Nate doesn't, unless he's definitively 1000% sure, like he knows 100% locked in for like the release, like when they're gonna show it, then okay, say it. But if not, then don't worry about it, So, all right, let's get into what you guys have to say on this. For those who are PlayStation fans that buy PlayStation digital games, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the chat too. Does Sony mention something about why they did it? Sounds kind of weird. No, they didn't. That's the problem. I follow Mr. Pio. He's one of the biggest PlayStation Twitter accounts out there. And he said that this is just bad communication. Like, you need to let people know about this before you do it. Like, there was no warning at all. There was nothing, we got the Asian price hikes too. So we got the Asian price hikes, and then they just did this out of nowhere. Some people are saying it's because there's no competition between Microsoft, and I don't think that's it. I think this would have happened regardless. It would have happened if Microsoft is selling a lot or not. It still would have happened, because the Switch 2 is selling a lot, and obviously PC is still a thing, and Sony does consider PC a little bit like, okay, wait, hold up, PC, we're not going to put everything on there, so we do see it as a little bit more competition. That Xbox Helix is around the corner. That's going to be able to play PC games. If you put all your games on PC, then that means the Xbox Helix is going to be able to play all the first-party PlayStation games and turn it into essentially the de facto box to pick up. Like, let's just be real here. If the Xbox Helix can play all of Sony's first-party games, that's a big blow, even if it's expensive. that's a huge blow because you can play PC Steam, you can play Microsoft Store, you can play Xbox games, and you can play Sony first party games. Whoa, that's huge. So I think that's what Sony had to pump the brakes on that a little bit. So I don't really think it has to do anything with competition or anything like that, in my opinion. Let's see. I didn't know you did a live stream yesterday until I checked out 1 hour after it ended. Oh, yeah, I did a live stream yesterday, Ninmar. Yeah, you can watch the replay though if you want. Shout outs. Appreciate you being here every single day. I want to make sure that I say I appreciate you, Ninmar. You're here all the time, man. So thank you. Thank you for showing up. Kinesis, what's up, man? Welcome. Should I be worried about my PS5 if I left it dormant? Would I have relaunched some of the games I installed on PS5? I mean, I think going forward, yeah, if you left it dormant, there needs to be a check. So, I mean, as long as you do the check within the, it's going to ask you for a check. So, if let's say you buy a game and you leave it dormant, it's going to ask you for a check at some point. When you boot that system, it's going to ask for a check. You know what I'm saying? It's going to ask for it. If you don't do it within that time frame, from what I understand. Now, once you do it, once you do it once, then you should be good once the 14 to 30 days is up. But you still got to get that done. So, I mean, if you jailbroke your PS5 and you don't want to turn it online, yeah, you're screwed for the most part. If you don't go, that's definitely going to screw you. So for people who have jailbroken PS5s, this is going to be something where it's going to be hard to get around, unless they figure out another like exploit or another thing like to get it done. Excuse me. What's up, Bad Set? Everything's good, man. I can't complain. What's up, Alvin? Extra Meeting at work. Hey, get that work done, man. Dan Dip says, I'm not really too happy about the DRM check. If this is every month, we should travel a lot and sometimes without Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't think it's every single month, but I mean, it can fall within the month if you bought a game and then you didn't do the DRM check. So it could become an issue for you in the future, Dan Dips. Chrono Rig with the big $10 dono. Hey, yo, appreciate that. Chrono Rig with the big one. Says the Star Fox situation kind of reminds me of when Jeff Grubb predicted Metroid Prime Remastered for a certain month and didn't get announced till the next one, but he had to cut his hair. Exactly. It was real the whole time, but he had to cut his hair. And if you've noticed, Jeff Grubb has definitely cut back on talking about things like that. He's definitely cut back a lot after that. So yeah, absolutely. But it is pretty much the same exact situation. With this what's going on. I'm pretty sure Star Fox is gonna happen. I'm positive Star Fox is gonna happen, considering the amount of Andy Robinson backs him up. Necro Felipe is now saying that he's seen proof of it. And he didn't need to do that. So I mean, it's one of those things to where it's probably gonna be a thing. It's just Nintendo pivoted on the timing because Splatoon, they want to talk about Splatoon Raiders. So maybe they announce it Star Fox more closer to Yoshi, or more like in May or something like that, or maybe they wait till the Nintendo Direct. Thank you, Connor, with the big $10 dono. You're now the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Also, let's go. Combo breaks in the house. Anybody does 10 or more, you can type or pass up Chrono Rig and Chrono Rig. If you want some music, let me know. I got you for a video game track, so let me know, and I got you. Helix needs to come correct. As you said, competition is good. Also, PC Schizos may have a heart attack. Yeah. Oh man, the PC Schizos, dude. I got an all-digital PS5. Should I be worried? I mean, yeah. I mean, it depends on how much you connect online. Like, if you're always online, you're always at home with your PS5, then it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? If you jailbreak your system, should you be worried? Yes. If you jailbreak your system and stuff like that, right? If you just play your games and you're always connected to Wi-Fi or the internet, then, I mean, you probably shouldn't be worried. Nothing's wrong. I mean, it'll connect, it'll verify, the 14 days will go up, and then you'll be done. But yeah, if you're all digital, then yeah, absolutely. This is something that, this is something that definitely concerns you. And you should know about it, right? As the thing develops. But it's one of those things to where, it's really gonna affect more people like Dan Dips. Where let's say you travel and you take your PlayStation with you. Oh, wait a minute, hold up, we don't have Wi-Fi. I bought this game a bit ago. I can't verify it. Uh-oh. Now I can't play the game. So it's really gonna affect more people like that. If you're always at home, then it doesn't really matter too much. Or, for example, if the time runs out or whatever, the timer, and you don't verify it, and then you want to play a game and then there's a power outage. Okay, well then the power outage, you can't play your game. So can't verify, don't have Wi-Fi, right? Don't have internet. So the power outages do happen. They do happen. It's not like power out. I mean, I get about maybe 5 or 6 of them per year, you know, here where I'm at in California. So I mean, I'd probably say like at least once every couple of months, we have a power outage here for some reason, because it's really hot here. Definitely summer months, power outages happen because it's just way too hot. Everything burns up. They got to go fix the lines all the time because it just gets so damn hot. And in places that are cold, you'll have power outage because it's really cold, you know, or if there's a natural disaster, if it's too windy. So, I mean, all of us experience power outages. I mean, you might have a generator. So if you have a generator or if you're solar powered, then, you know, then maybe it doesn't happen to you. But it's something that definitely you should be aware of for sure. Does Steam have no DRM? Steam does have DRM, but their DRM is a little bit different from what I've heard people describe. What's up, Nick93? Welcome. Sony will fix it and act like nothing happened. I don't think they're gonna fix this one, Corey. I think this one was intentional because they're trying to root out the people that are stealing games or jailbreaking, and I think that's the situation that's going on right now. So I don't think this is fixing it. I think that this was very intentional in order to root out, like I said, jailbreaking, people stealing games, things like that. So I don't think I don't think it's anything to fix. I mean, they might just roll it all back and say, nope, we're not going to do it, but I doubt it. I mean, I doubt that they would at this point, you know? I thought Yoshi and the Mysterious Book was supposed to come out May 1st until I realized it wasn't. No, not May 1st. That would mean it would come out this week. It comes out May 21st, so add about 3 weeks to that. What's your opinion on the pricing and look of the Steam controller? I don't like the trackpads on the Steam controller. I think that it's probably comfortable to hold, but I don't like the big trackpads. It makes everything hiked all the way up to the top of the controller, so it makes it look stupid. I like my controllers to be symmetrical. You know, I like off-tilted sticks. I don't like, you know, symmetrical sticks, sorry. I like off-tilted. I think that just feels better to play. And I like the controller to just be like, I don't want a big block right here of nothing where it just hikes everything up. I don't like that. So for me, my favorite controller of all time is the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. This is by far my favorite controller for a variety of reasons. Because one, it's comfortable. It does have some back paddles on there. It has 40 hours of battery life. It doesn't have analog. I do wish that it had analog. That would have been better for more variety of games, and it can still do the same thing that digital buttons do. So I do wish that it was that, but it does have a this, which is I've been begging Nintendo for forever to add a freaking you know, headphone port to the controller so we can plug it in, like if you got the kids sleeping, you want to just listen to the headphones, like. So for me at least, because the Switch 1 didn't have that, the Switch 1 did not have that, and I mean it had a USB-C at the top, but it's just for charging, it's not for actually using like headphones or anything. You can control the audio and everything from here. The Steam controller does not have that. Xbox and PlayStation do have it, but the Steam controller does not have an audio jack. It's just like, I think you just need to use Bluetooth to whatever your system is that it's on. So I'm pretty sure there's a good reason it's not on there. But for me, this is my favorite controller of all time. And I like the controller just to be normal. I don't like to see like a big old, I don't need trackpads when I play a console game. You know, I'm not playing a PC game, I'm playing a console game. So for me, the Steam controller, it's cool. You know, $100. I mean, it's not too bad on price, but it's not great on price, but it's not too bad. But I mean, you know, for people that are on PC or Steam machine, I think it's good for those people. I didn't even know the PS5 was hackable. Yeah, I got jailbroke recently. Yeah, Mystic was saying that there's a refund glitch. Yeah, so I think they implemented this in order to stop that refund glitch or anything, but I think it's going to be like that going forward. Yeah, it becomes a permanent license after, I think, 15 to 30 days or something like that. It does become a permanent license, but there is going to be at least one DRM check within those days, within that time frame. So once again, it's only going to affect you if you, like, let's just say you bought a game, right? You bought a game, you didn't have time to play. Okay, you went out of town. Okay, now you don't have Wi-Fi for some reason. You hook it up. Oh, I don't have Wi-Fi. Like, I'm in the cabin or something. Oh, I can't play that game because I can't verify the online if I don't have Wi-Fi, if I can't. Now, most of us are going to have Wi-Fi. You're going to have your phone. You're going to have something. So it's not going to be too much of an issue. But, you know, like I said, some people just don't like DRM at all. You know, regardless of it, they just don't like DRM. Or, like, let's say you have a power outage and you're still trying to play a game. Well, I mean, well, you can't if you have a power outage. Obviously, you can't. But let's say your Wi-Fi gets knocked out, right? And you're trying to play a game, you can't verify the online if you have no Wi-Fi. Once again, unless you have a phone that can hook up, you know, do like a hotspot, then, you know, like, it's just going to create extra hoops and hurdles for people. I would like the PS5 controller the most. I think that the PS5 controller is definitely in my top like 5 or something, but the problem for me why I have it underneath the Switch 2 controller is just because the battery life is bad. And I would say, like, I don't like, because my hands are big and my thumbs are big, so I don't like control sticks that are right next to each other, because sometimes my thumbs can touch if I'm not careful. So that's the reason why I don't like them where they're right next to each other. I'd rather have it to where it's all tilted, so no matter what, whenever I'm playing, my thumbs will never touch, no matter what, you know. So that's really it. Outside of that, the PS5 controller is awesome. It's really good. Casual Noob with the $1 dono and says, with the Switch 2, I was going to go all digital until I hear stories like this. At least Nintendo has virtual game cards, which is the opposite of DRM. In the digital world going forward, I will buy nothing more digital from PlayStation. I mean, like, I don't know if it needs to be that extreme. But yeah, the good news is that Sony, for the most part, most developers will make physical games for PlayStation 5. But if you have, the problem though, is that a lot of people have all digital PS5s. Like, a lot of people, so you've got to pay to play physical on PS5. A lot of the PS5s out there are digital. I don't know how many, but I would say a good amount of people do not have a disc drive. So this affects a good portion of people. I don't know what the split is. Sony hasn't told us the split yet. But I'm guessing that it's got to be at least 40% of people, 40 to 50% of people that have a PlayStation 5 don't have a disc drive. It's got to be that, because you factor in PS5 Pro plus the PS5 digital. So I'm guessing that it's, yeah, a good portion of people do not have a disc drive. So that remote looks cool. Awesome. That remote looks cool. How much do those go for? The remote looks cool. What remote are you talking about? What remote are you talking about? You mean my controller? This one? This one? Oh, this one. They go, I think they're $89.99. Texas Toast Alex says DRM is garbage. Not everyone can afford a steady internet connection these days, and all still on 10 megabyte down and 3 megabyte up. Well, I mean, you don't really need a steady internet, and I see what you're saying. DRM is garbage, but you don't need a steady internet connection to get a verification going. It takes very little. It just checks. Once it checks, it sees that you're even online. It'll check it. Boom, it's done. It's not like you're playing a game, but I see what you're saying for sure, though, Alex. Nobody talks about the good old Switch 2. Nobody talks about how good the Switch 2 Joy-Cons are. The Switch 2 Joy-Cons are really good. They're much better than the Switch 1 Joy-Cons. They are. I haven't heard about. I mean, the smooth gliding sticks are good. Same thing goes with the Pro Controller. Smooth gliding sticks are good, so they're pretty good. And there hasn't been any widespread Joy-Con drift issues so far. So that's good. All this DRM is BS and fear-mongering. People should investigate and verify sources and use critical thought. People are acting like sheep. I don't think it's BS just yet. And I'm not the one who's doing that. I'm investigating. I'm not sitting here and saying that it's like, you know, I'm giving you guys what's the information that's out there from people that have tested. So I'm not fear-mongering anything. I'm telling you who it affects, how it affects you, what could happen, because it will affect some people. If you go and you don't have internet and you bought a game and you need to do a verification check, like, you're out of luck, right? You're in that time frame, right? So it does affect some people. So we're just trying to get the information out there. That's really all it comes down to. Have you seen that every single de novo game is now able to be played thanks to the hypervisor crack? There isn't a game in the world now today that can't be pirated. Well, I don't like piracy, but no, I didn't see that. I don't keep up with PC like piracy and stuff like that in de novo. I don't really keep up with all that. I don't play PC, so, but no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that either. Yeah, you know what, stuff like that is just gonna get people to make new different types of verifications. You know, it's just gonna they're gonna create something different. Oh, you cracked de novo, now we have Genuvo. You know, they're gonna just make something different. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm glad virtual game cards on Switch act like physical game cards now to avoid the internet check. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it depends on how you do it with multiple systems. But yeah, if you just have one system, Obviously, the virtual game cards are good. Everything works just fine. You know, like you don't have to do DRM checks, which you've never had to do on Nintendo Switch. It's only if you have multiple systems and if you put your account on a separate system or other people are playing it, like it's gonna check to see who originally bought the game and all that. So there is that. But once again, with the virtual, the virtual card system, you can do it to where it doesn't. But it's really weird how it works. Honestly, I'll keep it a buck. I still don't 100% know how it works like 100%. And I have two systems in the same room, and sometimes I don't understand how it completely works. I'll just keep it a buck. But I have one system that I take out that I use for my Switch, for my TV here, and then I take out with me. Then I have one system that never leaves the dock, essentially. So it's not that big of a deal, you know. Let's see here. No, it's not really BS. It's not BS. Like you have to do a DRM. Like there is going to be a DRM check. It's something that they did add in. Like it's not like people are making that up. They added that in. It wasn't there before. Now they added it. So it's not completely BS. No. Do you think that the PS5 DRM is going to affect digital game sales? Not really. No. I mean, I think most people don't care. Most people are already connected to the internet anyway, so it's not really going to be that big of a deal. So I don't really think it's going to affect everything. But here's what I do think that it is going to affect. I honestly feel that it definitely is going to affect some people saying, you know what, like people that buy games on both systems, like Switch 2 and on PlayStation 5, they will think about it coming across like a PS5 version. Like a core gamer will think about it. Like if you buy games on Switch 2 and you buy games on PS5, and sometimes you have to decide which one you want to buy, like I think some people are going to be like, that might tip them over to buying on Switch 2 compared to buying on PS5. You know, that's what I think. Because for me personally, I have been staying away from PS5 digital games just for a while now. I've been staying away from PS5 digital games, and now it's really like, okay, now I'm really gonna stay away from PS5 digital games. You know, I just don't want to deal with it. Whereas, you know, with Switch 2, I already know what I'm getting. It's already set in stone for the most part. So that's one of those things for me, at least. Like when it comes to indie games and all that, yeah, I'll just be buying them on Switch 2. So I do think that there are going to be people like, you know, Casual Noob just said himself, hey, look, he's got both. He's going to just stick to Switch 2 for some of them. So I think it's going to affect like the small, you know, 5% of the core gamers out there that have both or whatever, right? In the future, there could be some stuff that it affects some people, how they buy things. But Jimmy Mack with the $2 says, I am done with Sony. You are done because of this? Man, is it really that bad? I don't know, man. Like if you're already playing on PlayStation, then I mean I don't know if it's worth being done, but I mean it is, you know, like I said, it's your time, it's your money, it's your whatever. So I mean I'm not gonna sit there and say that, you know, that you shouldn't feel a certain way, you know. I'm not a fan of straight up piracy, but because I want to keep my games, if I buy something even from Steam, you don't own those games as they can ban you, so I back up my purchase. Let's be real though, most people aren't doing it. I mean, I see what you're doing, Alex, and I get that. Like, I 100% like that's cool, but we know what people are doing when it comes to PC. People are just a lot of people are just stealing games. It ain't about a backup. It's about just stealing them. But I mean, I see what you're saying though, for sure. Let's see here. If you share games, it's been this way forever, even on Switch. If you have a family plan, yeah, like I talked about before, on Switch it does a DRM boot, but Switch, there's a way to get around it. There's a way to get around it with the virtual game card thing, like if you load it on the system compared to not. But I mean, it's like I said, it's weird. I don't know 100% how it works, to be honest. Like, I don't know how it works 100%. But the difference, though, once again, with the PS5, this isn't about. I don't think it's even about game sharing, from what I understand. I think it's just about it'll do this regardless, whether you game share or not. It's gonna do this, from what I understand. Now, let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. But from what I understand, it's going to do this regardless, whether you're game sharing or not, two systems or not, or whatever, you know? So, let's see, with the game key card thing? No, we're not. Game key card literally operates as like a physical game. It doesn't operate as like a digital game. So, no, I'm talking about the virtual game card, not game key card. Game key card is like it's essentially you just download it, then once it's downloaded, it's that. You can't share a game key card. You can't share that digitally. It's not it's not registered as a digital game. It's more registered as a physical game because you need to physically have the key in the system. So it doesn't register as a digital game. No, it's all good. Yeah. Virtual game card, game key card, like game key card is different than this, and let me explain a little bit why game key card, just like real quick for people. Game key card's different because once again, it doesn't DRM check. Game key card, what it does is that it checks the server for the game. Once it says, okay, you own it, you have this cartridge, it's a verified game key card. It downloads it, and then after it's downloaded, you don't need to verify or go online. It literally operates as if it was a physical game installed on a hard drive, like a PlayStation 5 physical game. It's very similar to how a PS5 physical game would work. How you take the game, and the game, it doesn't run off the cartridge. It's not, I mean, the PS5 game is on the disc, but it takes that data and it installs it on your hard drive, and then it uses the disc as a verification for you to play the game off your hard drive. The game is on your hard drive, the full game is there, but you still need that little disc, right? Or disc, not really little, but you still need that disc to verify that you have that game. Game key card works the exact same way, just without the data on the cartridge or on the cart itself. What it does is that it essentially just says, oh, you have it, boom, you put it in there, and then it verifies it. It's on your hard drive, but you need that cartridge in order for it to work. Nintendo Switch 2 physical games work different than PlayStation 5 physical games. Because with the Switch 2, it plays off the cartridge. That's like a full on-cart game. It doesn't load anything onto the... I mean, it might have some save data on the hard drive for save, but the game plays off of the cartridge, which presents a bunch of other problems, but it plays off the cartridge. So it's a little bit different how those work. Nick93 with the $2 dono. It says, just picked up Pragmata and Star Wars, both physical versions. Excited to play. Heard good things. Why did you pick up both of them? You can't play two games at the same time, Nick. You got to play one, then the other. No, those are both really good on PS5 Pro, man. You're gonna have a blast. I'm gonna pick up Pragmata at some point. I think I'm ready to move on to the next game. I've still been playing Xenoblade, even though I'm done with it. But I'll probably pick up Pragmata. I'm still trying to decide what my next game is going to be before Yoshi. So I'm still just kind of vibing and playing Xenoblade and playing casual right now. You know, just grinding material tickets. But yeah, I'll get into Pragmata at some point for sure. I think I'm just kind of waiting for that Capcom special when it comes to Pragmata on Switch 2. You know, I think I'm waiting a little bit for that $30, $40 special. Let's see here. The dynamic pricing, yeah. Yeah, hey, what's up, Barkster? Yeah, the dynamic pricing is a thing. This song gets claimed every time that I have it on here. This Metaphor Refantasio, King of Destruction, but I like the song so much I will scrub it every single time. It pops up like a day later. I'll be like, oh, copyright. I'm like, screw you. I'll scrub it later. So for those that are watching the replay and you can't hear the music, I'm sorry, but for the ones that are watching live, enjoy. Nick, thank you for the $2 dono, man. I appreciate that. 18 on the board. We got our first combo extension. Here we go. 15 minutes extra added on. Let's go.
Overclock Buster.
Overclock Buster in the house. Stream clock is extended. Here we go. 15 minutes extra. Next one up is at 30 combos. So about what? 12 away. And we have a 30-minute extension. You think the PS5 new DRM is similar to that of Microsoft's original stance on DRM with Xbox One? It's somewhat similar, yeah. It's somewhat similar. Let's see. Are problems like this with DRM is the reason why I prefer physical over digital? Yep. If you buy a physical PS5 game, all of this is null and void. But you have to remember, there's a lot of games that are digital only on PS5. There's a PSN has a ton of digital only games. So you also have to remember, like, yeah, it's going to affect all of that, right? So, play everything but not Crimson Desert. Trust me, this 40 hours wasting my time. I'm going to pick up Crimson Desert later on PS5, like, special. I did pick up a physical copy of Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven for the Switch 2 for $18 or $19, brand new. So I'll buy the Switch 2 upgrade. So that'll be what, $28, $29 for that. So that's not bad. So I did pick up that. So I'll probably get into that game because that game's really good, but it was crusty on Switch 1. It was good on PS5, but the game's like a 100+ hour RPG. I'm not trying to play a AA RPG on PS5 for 100+ hours. Like, if I'm gonna play an RPG on PS5, it's got to be like a AAA-ish looking type of game. But like a AA game where I got to spend like 100 hours on, nah, I gotta play that on Switch too. So I had to wait to get a good deal on it on the physical copy. Maybe next week we can get into new info on Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave. Oh, Nimbar, you're speaking very, very nice to me, brother. You're speaking good. I would love that. But I'm guessing that we're not, just because we have to get Yoshi first. So I think Yoshi, and then I think we're gonna get maybe the Star Fox situation. But they might wait till the Nintendo Direct for that. So I think maybe they'll just wait for Nintendo Direct. Plus we have Splatoon Raiders that's probably gonna come out before it. So I'm guessing they're gonna do that first before the other stuff. Yo, Varkster with the big Aussie. $35 dono. What's up, Gaming Mariner? Didn't you mention you wanted to play and finish Trails in the Sky? I did, but you know, I also want to play Romancing Saga. That came out before Trails in the Sky first chapter. Varkster with the 50, which is about $35, and he says, showing some support on payday. Hey, let's go. My earlier comment was on PlayStation brand feeling weird for me with the mountain of things piling up, which drives me away from purchasing consoles in the future. They've been doing a lot of shady recently, and I've heard a lot of people say this online. Varkster, you're not the only one that's been saying this. It's just been kind of driving people away. But once again, I mean, like, you know, I get it. I 1000% get that as well. Like, it's been driving some people away from, you know, buying games or doing things or just playing classic games, you know. Let me tell you guys something, Varkster. You know, I'm old, so I've seen it. I saw guys age out of gaming. I saw guys say, I don't like this whole disc thing. I don't like this whole N64 thing, or I don't like this whole, you know, mini disc thing or whatever. And I saw people just say, I'm done after playing Atari, you know, arcade, NES, Super NES, you know, all that. They just decided that they were going to be done after, you know, 10, 15 years of playing games. So when I was young, I saw people say, I'm done because of X, Y, and Z. So there's going to be people that do the same thing now. You know what I'm saying? There's people that have done the same thing, that played games maybe in the N64 era and stopped playing games now because of X, Y, and Z. So it could happen to any of us. You know, it really could happen to any of us, man. But Varkster, you're not wrong, brother. You're not wrong. There are people that feel the same exact way. I mean, there are people that felt the same way with Switch 2 when they were talking about game key cards and all that, you know? So it's like, I get it, you know, I get it. Thank you for the big 35 bucks. So you are now the Hulk Hogan Stream Ninja. Let's go. Thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate that. Anybody that's 35 already, but man, Varkster on the top of the board. Hey, yo. Thank you so much, Varkstar. I appreciate it, brother. I mean, yeah. Saros is a follow-up to Returnal, so it's going to be similar to it. But it's, like, better. Like, the gunplay and all that's better. Also, Shaw X with the big $10 dono. Shaw X right on time, baby. The Fiber Man says, unfortunately, Don Magic wasn't wrong. He was just too early. We are in for a wild ride. I know. Don Magic was just too early. He was just way too early. Way too early. Sony should bring him back, you know? Varkster 6860. And also Shaw X with the big 10. Yo, JoJo boys in the house. Let's go. Appreciate that. 5 JoJos. Big love to Shaw X as well. Getting us to the Noah and Mio. Let's go, guys. Shout outs. Appreciate that. 63 on the board. Now we have Noah and Mio flying through the skies. Could the PlayStation DRM situation push more Neo Geo sales? I mean, no. Neo, that's a niche product for a certain demographic of people. Those games are like $90 a pop for those Neo Geo games. So no, I don't think Neo Geo's anywhere in the... that's a novelty item for boomers. That's not going to be something that people are talking about when it comes to like mainstream gaming, like Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation. Let's see here. Match with the Visionary. Seriously, Steam Machine is the way to go. Steam Machine is an all digital machine. So I mean, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what you're saying, because like their form of DRM is different than maybe Sony's form of DRM, but Sony still has physical games. Steam Machine has no physical games. So I think, I don't know, I think it's just kind of hypocritical. It's a little hypocritical to me when people say, oh, well, I'm just going to go all PC. Dude, that's all online. Like, literally everything runs through online. To get games, you have no physical option whatsoever. So I'm not of that, like, extreme to where you go from, oh, well, they're doing this with DRM, so let's do Steam Machine or all PC. Bro, PC has no physical option whatsoever. Like, zero physical option whatsoever. PlayStation 5 has a physical option. It's still, to me, a better option because a lot of the games are physical. So I don't know about all that. I wouldn't go that far. Football Juice with the $10 and says, yep, gaming retirement has been great. Every time I peek at what's going on, it just reinforces my decision. There's been enough greatness on Switch, Wii, SNES, NES, PC to last me the rest of my life. Man, that's crazy, yeah? There's a lot of games. See, me, like I said, for me, you know how I feel flipping the Switch. Like, I'm getting kind of tired of a lot of stuff, too. But I've already retired to, like, playing just stuff that I'm only really excited about anyway. You know, I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's fully on-cart physical. Like, even the Switch 2 version is fully on-cart physical. Like, everything with that is fine. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I've just been playing stuff that I feel is worth it, I feel is good, and follows the rules that I want to follow. I don't have to worry about stuff that I'm not worried about. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff that's like, oh, I don't buy a lot of PS5 digital games anyway. So, I'm not going to sit here and freak out about it because it's not something that I partake in. If you go on my PSN, I'll keep it a buck. All the games that I've played recently, they're all, yeah, I get digital codes from the publishers, but I have physical copies of all the games. Astrobot, I played that physical. That's a full physical game. Metaphor Refantasio, I played that digital, but I have a full physical of it. You know, Stellar Blade, I played that fully physical. What else? Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, I played that fully physical. So everything that I want to play, everything that I want to get, it's all physical in the way that I want to get it, you know? So for me, it's no big deal. For me, but I understand, like, I'm trying to talk about, like, for the people, for everybody else, you know? Like, in all different scenarios or situations. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you for the $10 dono flipping the Switch. I do appreciate it. You guys give some love to flipping the Switch, man. I appreciate it. Combo breaks in the house. You don't have them out, but someone claimed to be anonymous on Twitter. The 1K donors from your birthday. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that because they said they're anonymous. So, you know, we'll just leave it at that. They're anonymous. So, yeah. But I really do appreciate, the person knows, I mean, the person knows that I appreciate them. So yeah. But I appreciate them. It's somebody that's supported before. And they just said they just wanted to say a happy birthday, and they haven't been able to make it to the stream, so they just decided to just drop it all there. But yeah, I mean, I know who it is. Happy to say I finally got rid of my Steam Deck. It could become someone else's problem now. How much did you get for your 91? How much did you get for your Steam Deck? You probably got a little bit for it, right? Considering it's kind of hard to buy right now. Steam Machine fanboys like 1080p gaming. I mean, the thing about it, why 1080p or 1440p is good for that is because you want to get maximum frames, and most people that play on Steam Machine or play on, you know, on PC, they're right next to their monitor. There's no point in playing in 4K when you're right next to your monitor. Like for me, I can't do anything over 32 inches as a monitor. It's way too, like, it's too much screen space because I used to have a 32-inch monitor here, and that's what I was going to use for like my PC gaming and my streaming. And I put it in my room. I'm like, oh man, this monitor is way too big when it comes down to it. So I had to get rid of it. I gave it to my brother. I had it in my garage for a while, or underneath my bed for a while, but then I gave it to my brother. I gave him my 32-inch monitors because they're just way too large when it comes to playing PC games or even just streaming. I don't like it. So I went down to 27-inch monitor, and I think that to me is the sweet spot. As a 27-inch monitor, it's not too large across, it's not too small when it comes to the size of the screen. It's just, you know, it's just fine. You know, whenever I also, if I play like my Switch or whatever, and if I'm capturing footage, you know, so I do that as well. Flipping the Switch with another $10 dono. And says, yep, nothing to freak out about. It's gamers, the worst customers probably moving forward. I'm just here to laugh at gamers, the worst customers when I'm here at all. Yeah, man, I mean, like I said, really, it just comes down to what you want to get. Play what you think looks lit. Like, I know you're about all on physical cartridges. Me too. So I just play that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just play the stuff that I'm interested in. I'm not really too worried about the hype beast anymore when it comes to certain games. Like, people like, you know, like Soros, like, it looks dope and all, but I don't like rogue games. So I'm not going to hype myself into spending 70 on it when I know that I'm not a rogue person. You know, like, for me, it's got to be something that I know that's going to be lit, that I want to get into, and I don't feel like getting into a rogue game right now. So I'm not going to hype beast myself into getting it. Now, I do like the fact that it's all physical and it's on there, and I'll pick it up at some point, but I remember what happened with Eternal, so I'm just like, I'm good on that. You know, I'll wait for something else, for like Wolverine, right? Wolverine will be a game that I'll play on my PlayStation, because that's going to be all physical, full on the disc, and everything's going to be fine. I don't have to worry about no DRM or anything like that, you know? So, thank you, Flipping the Switch, with another $10 dono, man. I really, really, really appreciate that. You guys give Flipping the Switch some love. Combo breaks in the chat as well. Let's go, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Steam Machine will be weaker than PS5. It's no diss specific features that PS5 offers that I enjoy looking at a GameCube, but I rather... Yeah, I mean, well, if you're talking about like emulation and stuff like that, then yeah, I think Steam Machine will be good for that.
I'm almost at the point where Switch 2, and I guess that Xbox ROG Ally X is the last new gaming console I might get. I already got my dream sequel in Kirby Air Riders.
I think if Kirby Air Riders wasn't made now, Kirby Air Riders would never be made again. So I'm glad that Sakurai made that game, because I don't think Sakurai is going to continue making games like the next 10 to 15 years. I think he's going to retire. It was not Shamsa, by the way. I think he's going to retire before that, because like he's 50 something, almost 60. I think he's in his 50s. So I don't think he's going to have another opportunity to make Kirby Air Riders. So I'm glad that he made that now at this point, because I don't think he's going to get another opportunity, because I think he's going to retire after this next Smash Brothers game. I don't think we're going to get another Masahiro Sakurai game. So at least I think he might do consulting, but I don't think he's going to actually like be like lead developer on the next game. So it's good that he got that game out when he did. Thank you, Justin, for the 386 on the board, guys. We are 14 combos away from the big hour extension. Let's go. It was like 250, sadly, but I didn't care at that point. At least I got something back for it. 250. You got ripped off, because you can't even buy a Steam Deck right now. So like, who'd you sell it to for only $250? I might go back to Pacopia. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. When it comes to key cards, I can understand why they're being used for certain games, unless the company has a solution to make cards cheaper or make 128 gigabyte cards not expensive. Yeah, I think just as time goes on, Nintendo just has to try to see if they can make them cheaper. Steam Machine is going to be way overpriced. Well, we need to see what it's going to be first and foremost. Now, does a Steam Machine come with a controller? I don't think it does, right? That's why they're selling the Steam control. I mean, I don't think it comes with the controller, does it? I don't think it does. I just had probably a dumb idea. Switch 3 comes out. The cards obviously have higher capacity, which would enable gamers to turn Switch 2 key cards into full physical at a low cost. I'm not sure even how that would work, but okay. Barkster with another 20! Aussie! And he says, you should talk about the best Final Fantasy port we've ever got. Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition for the Nintendo Switch. Rebirth doesn't hold a candle to that. I swear, I'm not being kept hostage with a gun to my head. Oh my gosh, the Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy Pocket Edition. Oh my, you should have seen the pandemonium when that was released. People were so angry that it wasn't the regular Final Fantasy. It was glorious. It was glorious. Shout out to the Varkster. Yo, let's go. Platinum, Extended, combo breaks, going further than beyond, and of course, the limit break is also here. Let's go. Other controller. Yeah, I know that you can use another controller, but I'm just saying it doesn't come with the controller, right? Yes, that's the one on the phones. Yes, the Pocket Edition is the one from the phones. Vizion. Yo, thank you, Vizion, with the 96 months. I haven't seen the words anti-consumer used once when it comes to anything PlayStation does. No, because it's the default. And if the default is anti-consumer, then you can't say anything else about any other system out there. So that's the reason why they don't use it, Vizion. That's the reason why they don't. That's the reason why a lot of people aren't using that, because they know that if they use that term, it takes away power. Wait a minute, hold up. That's like the worst thing, anti-consumer? What have we been saying with Nintendo all these times, you know, for forever? So it gives them less power and ammo to go after that. Me personally, I'm looking at it. You guys saw my video. I gave you guys the facts when it comes to Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, what's been going on, what my opinion of anti-consumer is and not. And obviously this is an anti-consumer type of thing. Sure, there's varying levels to it. But once again, I think shutting down Bluepoint, I think, you know, wasting time when it comes to video games, live service nonsense, that to me is like the worst anti-consumer. But you're right, people aren't saying it that way. They're just making normal videos. Oh, what's happening with the DRM thing, or what's they're not raging and using anti-consumer when it comes down to that, because once again, it's a little bit different when it comes to Sony with certain things. So people aren't doing that, but we'll see what people say here. I think people are looking for more information too. It's not like it was, because Sony didn't come out and state what the issue was right away. Like, people are trying to test it out, so there's varying levels of people testing things out. So I think there's also that too, you know. Let's see. He says, I'm getting tired of these ads interrupting the stream. I'm so sorry about the ads, Ransom Ember. I can't do anything about it. Unfortunately, if you don't put ads on at least balanced and a good, like a normal amount that YouTube recommends, they won't recommend your stream. The reason why I can get, you know, on my little Nintendo stream, I can get 200 plus people watching is because YouTube pushes it a little bit, because they're going to make something off of me. So unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. When I removed ads completely, because I never had ads up until, like, I think about a year or two ago, never had ads on my live stream, never did. But the reason why is, but YouTube, after they did like an update or whatever, YouTube started pushing ads. Like, hey, you gotta use them, you gotta use them. And I'm like, no, and I turned them off, and then they don't push my stream. I get like 80 people, you know, 50 to 80 people in here. Dior's here, Party Man's here. You guys remember when that was happening? So there's nothing that I can do about it. So I'm sorry. There is one way to fix that though. If you have YouTube Premium, you can get no ads with YouTube Premium. So, you know, that's one way to fix it. So I do suggest that, but I know YouTube Premium is a bit pricey. But you know, I'm sorry about the ads, man. I know it sucks while watching a live stream. Like, who wants to be interrupted by an ad while watching a live stream? I didn't want to have it on, man. I didn't want to put them on at all, and you know, but I can't. My hands are kind of tied. YouTube won't push my stream at all if I don't have ads. And even if you put it on low, like low ads, like they won't push that either, because they're not going to make anything off of it. Like, YouTube's like, no, business first. So you got to put it on balanced medium if you want to get if you want to get your stream pushed even just like the minimum, which is, that's what they do for my stream. They push my stream to minimum. If I don't put it on balanced normal, they're not going to push. They're not going to push. They're not even going to get my stream to my viewers. They're going to be like, they're going to look the other way. They're not going to put my stream out there. So, Deported with the 2 says, turn up the ads, more ads. Yeah, because I mean, like, you guys self-fund, so it's not like I don't really make anything off the ad revenue from here. Like, it's not like I make much, but YouTube's trying to make something, right? But you guys already drop super chats and drop stuff, so it's not like I'm trying to make anything off the ad revenue, you know? So sorry about that though, guys. It's not like I want to. Thank you, Deport, with the $2 dono. When people say that they're going to Steam instead, they mean everyone is having a DRM. Might as well get the games where they give you something like a cheaper prices and better return policy. Okay, yeah, that's true. There's also that. Still better than Twitch by far. Yeah, Twitch is pretty bad. I can't even watch Twitch half the time, man. Twitch is like terrible, you know? Twitch is so bad. OJ, no worries. If it pays you, then it's okay. I mean, yeah, I do. Obviously I get the little ad revenue I get from it. But I mean, you know, if you have YouTube Red, then I also get a little bit from that. But I'm not worried. I'm like I said, for years, and I mean years. People that have been here around, you guys know how long I did my streams for hours on end with no ads whatsoever, man. I don't. Sometimes I made $1 or I made $100 or something, whatever. I still did the stream, and I wasn't sitting here like DSP or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I did my streams every single time, and I did not worry. And that was for like 7 years? Since like 2017, 18, 19, 20, 20. This thing only started, I think, back in like 2024, right? I think this was like a 2024 thing, late 2024 or 2025 thing. So for years, I did no ads, no problem, and I never complained. I never even thought about it. It never even crossed my mind, you know? So I wasn't really looking for any of that, so. My bad, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see. I once had 11 ads in a row on a Twitch stream. Damn, Daniel. Deported with the 2, then also Dane Gonzalez comes in with the 3.
I picked up a PSP this weekend. So nice to pop in physical games for a 20-year-old system and just play.
Yeah.
No digital nonsense to deal with.
Yeah.
Also, I found it hilarious that there were still save files from 2007 on the memory card wall.
Yeah, of course. They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere, man. Thank you for the dono. Deported says do a stream that's just ads and product placement. All right, one of these days I will. The Super OJ ad stream is coming to a stream, coming to an internet near you. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate that. Shout out to Deported. Also, thank you to Dane. Yes, PSP, awesome, dude. We are going even further beyond 150 combos. We are close to that. 42 combos away. We're not close, but we're getting there. Platinum and a half. We'll get the Cloud Buster Sword. And today, with the demo, perfect day for Cloud to come out. He's already came out once. So shout outs, guys. I appreciate that. Also, Roman Morales, Brandon, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Twitch with ads is actually unwatchable. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for Amazon's router. Dude, it is somewhat unwatchable. I agree. It is somewhat unwatchable. Varkster with another $15. Aussie. Thank you so much, Varkster. Says, now that Square, Koei, and Capcom are Nintendo's best friends, how long do you think it will take for Atlas, Konami, and Western devs to follow suit? Also, you should do an ad stream for Warframe. I should do an ad stream for Warframe. I should. They haven't reached out to me. I gotta reach out to the people there. I think Sega's already pretty much getting there. I think Sega's gonna put some more stuff out, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Konami, they're doing their best, I think, or they're trying. I mean, we got Metal Gear Solid 4. If you guys understood how much Konami did not like Nintendo platforms with Metal Gear, or Kojima didn't, the fact that we're getting Metal Gear Solid 4 on a Nintendo system is something that if you told me 20 years ago, or if you told me 25 years ago that Konami would put out multiple Metal Gear games on a Nintendo platform, I would have told you there's no way that's happening, or I would have told you maybe, but we'll see. I mean, all we had, really, yeah, there were the old school Metal Gear games, but for a long time, it was just PlayStation and Xbox. Like, they didn't put, like, Snake Eater, they didn't put, like, all that stuff. Like, that all skipped. They could have put Snake Eater on the Wii. They put it on the 3DS, so, I mean, there was that. But they really just kind of skipped a lot of stuff. They didn't put anything out on the Wii U. They didn't really put anything on the Wii. There was, like, no Metal Gear games on the Wii. They did have Snake Eater, like, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes on the GameCube, Varkster. They did have, like I said, Metal Gear Solid 3 on the 3DS. But they skipped the Wii. They skipped the Wii U. And it wasn't, I mean, they did get the Switch, like, with the Metal Gear Solid collection late. But, I mean, the fact that if you would say Metal Gear Solid 4 and Peace Walker on Nintendo platform, that's crazy. That's the first time ever. So, I gotta give Konami some credit here when it comes to Metal Gear Solid 4 and Peace Walker. You know, so that's good. When do you think Persona 4 Remake comes out? Probably next year. Thank you for the 15, though. I appreciate that. Big 15 coming in from Varkster. Up to 60 on the board. Aim at the 60 board. You can man, Varkster on both boards. Ayo. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Appreciate it like always. You guys are out here tonight, man. You guys are out here tonight. Let's go. 123. 123 combos on the board. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. Hit that like button, too. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. I appreciate it. Black Keely's world premiere ad stream. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing Black Keely anymore, but, you know, it is what it is. $950 PS6. What's up with that? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We don't know the price of the PS6 yet, but, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Warframe on Switch 2 is real good. It is good. I'm going to definitely play it, Maui. I'm going to play it, for sure. I have it downloaded on my Switch 2 here, so I just got to get around to it. Do you think we'll ever get Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology ported to remaster the Switch 2? I think at some point, yeah, they'll bring that over, yeah. But that was more Kojima's fault. I mean, Kojima and Konami's fault. In tandem, you know? If gamers don't stand up to Sony now, and they never will. Well, I mean, once again, we'll see what effect this actually has on what people are thinking. The large majority of people, like 95% of people that play PlayStation, already connect to the internet all the time anyway. So this is not going to affect them at all. Like, you know, they don't care. Will Persona 6 ever be released? Yes, one of these days. We got to get it revealed first. Sony's mid. Anyway, just switch to PC. I think I still rather play PlayStation 5. Just buy physical games. I think I still rather just switch to PS5 because like you can do this on so sure, the whole DRM situation is not good, but I mean you can't do this on PC. Because I can still do this. Like I can still, oh yeah, maybe I should replay Sackboy. I got Sackboy. Maybe I should replay Sackboy. Or maybe I should just play one of these games. Maybe I should play Daemon X Machina on PS5. Maybe I'll do that. But you can still buy physical games. These games work with no DRM checks unless you just want to, you know, obviously download the patches, but they all play no problem. So you can't do that on PC. You can't go out and buy physical games. You can still do that on PS5. So for me, it's not the sky is falling. Screw PS5. It's like, no. PC, there is no physical option. What are we doing here? So I'm not going that far now. And I get what people are mad about, and I get maybe, okay, PC has a better DRM situation, right? Like it has a better, there's ways to circumvent it. There's other things that you can do. There's cracks, pirates, whatever. You know, like I get all that, but it still doesn't have real physical games, or at least somewhat real. I call PS5 games somewhat real physical games. Like they are physical, but then like, you know, obviously you install to a hard drive. I don't like that, but at least the whole game is on the disc, you know, so there's like whatever. To me, it's better than just having only digital, you know? So no, I'm not doing all that, you know? Can I get Fire Emblem music, Blue Skies, and a battle? Yeah, of course. Blue Skies and a battle. Thank you for the dono earlier, Dane. I appreciate you, fan. Okay. What does Kojima have against Nintendo? He likes Sony. He doesn't. I don't think he has anything against Nintendo. He simply likes Sony, and that's okay too. OJ, do you see Death Stranding 1 and 2 coming to Switch 2? That would be kind of dope. I could see maybe Death Stranding 1 coming, yeah. I don't know about 2. FF7 Remake Part 3 is 100% coming out simultaneously on Switch 2. The recent interview assured that. Well, I think we kind of knew that already, yeah, that it was going to come simultaneously, all of them at the same time, so yeah, but yeah, absolutely. The latest interview obviously confirms that. But they're moving, man. They got remake Final Fantasy VII Remake earlier in the year, Remake Part 2 or Rebirth now at this point, and then probably we're gonna get the announcement, and it's gonna be a 2028 or 2027 release for Remake Part 3. Will you play PC if digital games are gone? If digital games are gone, will I play PC? Well, then how will PC play? PC's all digital. 1 terabyte micro SD cards are almost 500 down. I've seen that they're shooting up in price, so I'm gonna have to wait to get that. I don't have one right now. I don't have a 1 terabyte. I just have a 512, so I'm just using that. But I do need one more. But I'm gonna wait on those. The prices are kind of crazy. I think the 512s though are cheaper. I'm fine with my PS4 and select games I have, and of course trusty Switch. Your PS4 is also subject to this DRM thing if you buy new games, but all of your old games should be fine. You meant physical? If physical games... If physical games are gone, will I just play PC? I don't know. I haven't thought about it. We'll see what happens. Report with the $5 dono. Says, rather than fanning a spread of games, OJ should flaunt a spread of $100 bills to stunt on all the haters. I don't have $100 bills. I don't even remember the last time that I held. Actually, no, I do remember the last time that I held that much money, but it was because I was doing remodeling, and the people that I was paying, it was like I had to pay them cash. But like it literally, I held it and I was like, cool, and I like handed it over to somebody else. I don't ever carry cash on me, so I don't know what it feels like to truly hold $100 bills. Maybe one of these days I could. I mean, do I even have $100? I'm broke. The people tell me on Twitter, I get called broke all the time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go with that. I am broke and I have no money. So if I pulled out $100 bills, I would pull out all the money that I have in my account, and I wouldn't be able to eat, wouldn't be able to pay, you know, my electricity bill, my internet bill, you know. I would have to. What else did he say? I wouldn't have be able to pay all my bills. So it's like I can't pull out hundreds of dollars, man. I can't do that. It's. I mean, I'm a brokey. I don't make any money. My views are bad. So, yeah, like. Shout outs to Deported. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for supporting the channel so I can buy dinner tonight. Maybe I can go get like one double cheeseburger from McDonald's tonight. Thank you for the 5 though, Deported. You are awesome, brother. Varkster with another 15. Hey yo, Ussie. Yo, shout outs, man. Varkster with the 20. That says Square is course correcting. Rapid shower in the last week. Pretty massive Final Fantasy news. I want a port of 15 and 16. I'm down to replay those before FF7 Remake 3 releases and whatever they're making next. Dragon Quest 12. Yeah. Yes, it's true. IRS needs OJ's back. Yeah, that's true. That's actually legitimately true. I gotta pay back that. So we gotta get that done. We gotta get that done, man. We gotta get that done. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Yo, Deported with another one as well. But real quick before I get to Deporteds, or before I get to let me speak a little bit more on what Varkster said. So the funniest thing with Square Enix is that Square Enix for decades literally just said they'd throw Nintendo a bone here and there, but they literally never did anything for Nintendo fans, like when it comes to like talking or anything like that. They'd always just speak about Xbox or PC or really more just like Sony, right? Dude, when they had to course correct, obviously because of the big sales problem that they were having with PlayStation and Final Fantasy, bro, you've got Mr. Hamaguchi flying to New York, meeting with Nintendo fans, and they put this man on an apology tour. Square Enix ain't never met with nobody from Square Enix in their life, in the last 3 decades, has ever flown to meet Nintendo fans. They got this man on a plane from Japan to Nintendo in New York to sign autographs for Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is course correct. This is not just course correction, bruh. This is like, I'm sorry for the past 30 years. Like, Square Enix has never, ever set up anything for Nintendo fans in the last 30 years. Maybe like Super Nintendo days. Back in the day, maybe they had some stuff. They haven't done a damn thing. Now all of a sudden they're flying out to Nintendo New York and saying, oh, come see me. Hey, we're here. It's like, yeah, there was definitely some talks, because that is a wild change. That is a insane change. Once again, they've done nothing. I've never heard about them going to Nintendo New York or anything like that. Now all of a sudden they're flying out for Final Fantasy on a Nintendo platform? That's never happened. And from any of my recent, I can't think of a single time. There's been times where they've, you know, obviously been with Sony fans and PlayStation on stage and all that stuff. But Nintendo fans? No. Never, until now. Let's see here. Yeah, definitely an apology tour. It's 100% like PR apology tour. Like, hey, we care about you guys. No, you didn't. Not for the longest time. But they need us now. So, I mean, it is what it is. Gambit Zero. Yo, shout outs to Gambit. This is for you. This is for you, Brokey. Appreciate you. This is for you, you no good for nothing, broke son of a gun, you brokey. Yeah, I know, man. Thank you so much. 165 on the combo board. Yo, you guys know what the deal is. My man coming through. Yo, we out here. And also, shout outs to Nick93 with the double The Pure Eye Boys in the chat. Yo, 24. Let's go. I appreciate you. Yo, limit breaks. Let's get it. 165. Combo one. Yo. Crosscode, which is a rare game on Switch, and I got Pragmata. Nice. Good stuff. Been bouncing between Xeno X Switch 2 and Daemon X Machina PS5. I think Daemon X is a good in-between game. While waiting for the next big game, only if you're still feeling like mechs. Yeah, I don't know if I want to play it just because I just got done with mechs with Xeno 2, so I don't know if I want to do all that, but we'll see. We will see what I decide to do. Shout out Stan Dips. If FF7 Remake director is going to Nintendo New York signing autographs for a port release, it's basically a sign of Nintendo and mainline Final Fantasy making up for after a long divorce. Yeah. I mean, but I don't think they really regretted anything because obviously they made a ton of money on PlayStation. So, I mean, those PS1 days were some of the most lucrative days ever for any video game company in the history of video game companies. So, I mean, they were selling an astronomical amount of copies of Final Fantasy on PlayStation. So, it made sense at the time. It made sense even on the PS2. I mean, where Microsoft's money kind of influenced things was the PS3. PS3 comes around, PS3 360, Microsoft gives them a huge chunk of money to get Final Fantasy on Xbox. So I think that's where things kind of started changing a bit. Hey, what's up, Lucette? Welcome. Also, Andres Garcia, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Villains. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let's see here. Thank you guys for the support, though. I appreciate it like always, man. 2 times platinum, double platinum today? On a random Tuesday? Hey, it's possible. Let's go. What's that? 35 more combos? We out here. My PS4 will never be connected to the internet again. My old games is all I need from here on out. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Juice Man? I know you've been here for a while, but what up, Juice Man? What was the Square Enix breaking point? Final Fantasy 16 was the Square Enix breaking point. 16, and then it wasn't just 16, it was 16 and then back to back with Rebirth. I think they realized with Rebirth that they're screwed, that they're really screwed without an audience, because that's when motion started being put. Like, they had their business breakdown, they had all this different, like, their meeting where they said everything's gonna be multi-platform, AAA games across Nintendo, Microsoft's, like, that was it. Because the problem is that there was such a drop-off. Like, you expect a drop-off from, like, you know, one game to another, but the drop-off was so steep from Final Fantasy VII Remake to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that it absolutely scared. Here's what I do know. Here's what I do know from situations that people that I've been able to talk to. Square Enix had all hands which you guys all know this. This is not private information, but I'll just give you guys a bit more. Let's talk about it a bit more. Square Enix had an all hands bulletin, APB, everybody get into the room now after FF7 Remake or after FF7 Rebirth came out. They had an APB, everybody get in here now. Like, we got to talk about this because the numbers were not fitting the install base. They were not fitting the review scores. That was the problem that Square Enix had. The development time, the graphics, the review scores was not fitting the sales. You've got a big install base with the PS5. Even at that time in 2014, it wasn't the biggest install base, but it was an okay install base that you would think, considering the exclusivity, considering the marketing that worked for them in the PS1 era, right? PS1 era, regardless, even the PS2 era with Final Fantasy X, that still had a massive day one launch, despite there not being that many PS2s out there, worldwide when Final Fantasy X came out. It still sold really good in Japan day one, despite the install base not being as high as, like, towards the middle or end of its life. So that's what I heard. That is what caused them. That was like the true, like, I mean, if FF7 Rebirth came out and sold 10 million copies, I don't think Square Enix would have, crashed out and did what they did. I think it would have been different. If FF7 Rebirth comes out and it sells really good, it sells, 10 million copies or whatever, which is hard to do. I mean, it's hard to sell 10 million as a third-party game on PlayStation. Like, if you're not, like, as an action RPG, that's just tough. But let's just say it did, right? I don't know if all this happens with Square Enix, but it didn't, obviously. And we still don't know the sales numbers of that game to this day. Like, they still have not told us the sales numbers. Square Enix, the company that always tells us the sales numbers of a lot of games, has not mentioned the sales numbers of FF7 Rebirth. So I think what they're going to do is that they're going to release it on Xbox and PlayStation, or Xbox, PC, obviously, you know, Nintendo. They're going to wait a while, then they're going to announce the sales numbers. Oh, we've sold 7 million units, or we've sold 5 million units of FF7 Rebirth. And they're just going to say on all platforms. So they're going to wait till it gets more sales across the board, you know? I'm a Mariners fan. Whenever I do, I'm not really big into baseball though. You see the upcoming Nintendo movies rumor? I did see that. Yeah. It's not that it did really bad, Nick. It did okay. From what I understand, it did 2 million plus. I think almost 3 million down at this point. 3 million or so. But the problem is once again, the problem is the graphics, the marketing, the expense, the quality is not fitting the sales. So it's not like nobody bought the game at all. It's that not enough people bought it for how high caliber Square Enix thinks the game is. Remember, they've done something here that no other company's ever done. They've taken a game, split it into 3 across multiple generations, and said, hey, we expected. I think they expected it to all sell like Final Fantasy VII Remake. But I think the problem that Square Enix and Sony did not anticipate was that, one, they didn't anticipate the Switch. They didn't anticipate the Switch coming in and just wrecking Japan like it did. They did not anticipate that. But also, 2, they underestimated how many people even like Final Fantasy VII in today's day based off of what they're going to do. They did not anticipate that people would respond as badly as they did to the game becoming an action RPG. You know, I don't think that they didn't gauge that properly, in my opinion. If they could go back, they would have just made a regular remake of the game and take maybe another couple years and put it out on PS4 and PS5, and then maybe later on other platforms. But I don't think they would have done the same thing. If hindsight, right? Hey, hindsight. I want to shake your hand. Dean with the dollar dono. Also, Life Will Change with the 36 months, 3 years. Yo, I appreciate that. Shout outs. Thank you so much. Life Will Change. Dean with the dollar says, I hope you've been well, OJ. It's funny to see, funny how X and the legacy media instantly slammed Nintendo about the unverified rumor about around Switch 2 editions having a download code, but with the PS DRM issue, we should wait for the facts first. Yeah, I think that, you know, it's one of those things. Once again, when it's Nintendo, people react a little bit differently. People treat the companies differently based on what it is, whether positive or negative on each one. And there have been some people that are going kind of crazy on this too. But when it comes to Nintendo, especially like a new system, like with the Switch 2, you have everything kind of all piling up. You have grifters, you have people that are just saying everything. So it just seemed like, you know, people were just, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I see what you're saying for sure. Plus, can you see my comments? Hey, I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. What's good, man? Welcome. You played the demo? Yes, I did play the demo of FF7 Remake, or FF7 Rebirth. It's good. It's solid. It's solid. For what the Switch 2 is, it's solid. Obviously, PS5 version's better if you have like a PS5 Pro, for example. Definitely better to play it on there. But it's not a bad version of the game, especially the portable. Like, I think I'm going to play it on there just because of portable. Because, like, I'll be honest, I don't really pay attention when I play FF7. I kind of zoned out playing that game on my PS5, so it definitely seems like it would be like a game that I just play and I'm like watching like NFL and I just like play it while I'm watching NFL, you know? Like I'm just like, all right, I'll just mash and play FF7 Rebirth, you know? So I think it'll work for me as a portable game, yeah. Jay Will says, I missed my 3-year anniversary. Oh, I did miss your 3-year anniversary. I'm sorry about that, Jay Will. Let me go ahead and replay that. Yo, big love. The J Will presents. Thank you for the 3-year anniversary. I appreciate that. Sorry for missing that, J Will presents. My bad, brother. I don't know why I did. It was 3 minutes after Nick's, so I don't know why I missed it. I think it's because this earbud doesn't work, so sometimes I don't see the notifications, but I gotta look at them better on here. I rushed through the end of Rebirth. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that on my Switch too. I think I'm just gonna like rush through it, and just get through it, or I might not even finish it. But I'll buy it to support Square Enix. Deported with the $2 dono. And says, Square making FF7 3 a rogue-like first FPS just for you, OJ. You know what? I think after playing Rebirth, I don't think I'd mind that. No, I'm joking. Let's see here. Once I finish Xenoblade Chronicles X, I'm gonna beat FF7 Rebirth. So, Psycho Pie, get out. Go home, Roger. Go home, Psycho. You are not beating FF7 Rebirth. You are done with that game. But then again, I've been delaying just as long as you have been. I'm sitting here saying that I'm going to play it on my Switch too. I'm probably not. I don't know. I'm probably going to find some reason to not play it. So. Let's see. For some reason, I zone out when I play Final Fantasy Rebirth. For some reason, I'm just like, what's the story again after all the slashing? Yeah. That's pretty much me. I'm just like, wow, that's what Final Fantasy just like the Tasmanian devil spinning around with the sword. and then everybody just dies, and you're just like, yeah, okay, that's good. Just like, yeah. That's literally me playing the game. The Tasmanian devil just spinning around and just slashing everything, and then everybody dies on the screen. I'm just like, and then you do like a big super move, like, oh, and you're just like, okay, yeah, that's good. I have no idea what's going on half the time in that game. Don't tell me you don't see Cloud. I was playing the game today, that's how it was happening. I was just like, just going crazy. I have no idea what's going on, man. But it's fun. But it's fun, man. It's fun. It's definitely fun. Yeah, you gotta. Oh my goodness, man. I just want part 3 to come out so we can be done with all these parts. Yeah, I know, seriously. There's definitely a lot going on, and then Charlie's coming through, and then Charlie's also coming through. I think the older that I've gotten, the more like cerebral I've gotten when it comes to like the games that I like to play. I kind of like more, I don't mind fast-paced games and playing, but like I'm kind of more of like a slower paced, like, you know, methodical person. Like, for example, Xenoblade is very methodical with like, okay, you have like your gameplay, position yourself, okay, attack, okay, now I have these attacks. It's definitely way slower paced, obviously, than like, let's say like a Tales of Arise or like a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But I've grown to like games more like that. So that's why I love Expedition 33. Like, I like Expedition 33 way more than FF7 Rebirth. Like, it's not even close. I find Expedition 33 a lot better. And that's like a slow-paced, turn-based RPG, right? Like, it's very slow. Same thing goes for, I mean, in comparison. Now, it's not slow just overall, but it's just slow in comparison to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And, you know, obviously I love Fire Emblem. I like SMT. I like Persona. I like these games that are just kind of more slower. And if it's an action RPG, I like a more slower paced, methodical action RPG like a Xenoblade, for example, you know? So, I think that's really what's going on, you know? For me, at least. I've been telling myself to try finish Breath of the Wild since October 2022. Just finish it. It's not hard. It's really easy. According to some people, Expedition 33 is the greatest JRPG ever made. I'm not going to say it's the greatest JRPG ever made, but Expedition 33 is definitely one of my top games of all time. Like, it's probably in my top, like, 50, for sure. It's very good. I like Expedition 33 quite a bit. It's very, very, very good. I know some people, like I said, the glaze is crazy on the game, and I understand that. But, like, if you just root out the morons that don't play JRPGs, but all of a sudden decided that Expedition 33 was their messiah, like, if you root those people out and just get down to the core game itself, which I should have made a video on it, like, after 90 hours. I never did, but I should have made a video on it, but I just didn't. But once you root those people out, and you just get down to like what Expedition 33 really is. It's a great game that honestly borrows a lot from a lot of these other JRPGs. You can see the DNA, you can see the Mario and Luigi, you can see the Lost Odyssey, you can see the Final Fantasy, you can see the Legend of Dragoon, you can see Persona, you can see all these different fantastic JRPGs that they borrowed from. Honestly, and they're fans of it. Don't let their stupid fans cloud the judgment of what the game actually is. The game is literally a love letter to JRPGs. It is a love letter to JRPGs with many, many things that make it so different from games like Red Dead or games like Bethesda game, or like it makes it so different from Western RPGs. It doesn't even feel like a Western RPG. It doesn't feel anything like a Western RPG. It feels like a real Japanese RPG with Western aesthetics, obviously with Western aesthetics, but it feels like a real JRPG. The people that made this game love JRPGs. They are not the ones who are bashing JRPGs. They're not the ones that are saying that their game is way better than every single JRPG. They're not saying that. It's their stupid fans, some of their stupid fans. So, you know, moving aside the fans of Expedition 33, the crazy ones, the schizos, the game itself is fantastic, you know? It's really good. That's me playing a Dynasty Warriors game. That's literally a Dynasty Warriors game as well. I agree. It is that as well, too. The difference with Dynasty Warriors is that Dynasty Warriors, there's like so many different characters and so many different things and styles kind of with Dynasty Warriors. It kind of mixes things up a little bit more than what you get just by slashing around with like a Cloud. But I mean, Barrett plays very different, which I do like playing as Barrett in Final Fantasy. So I think that's pretty good. So certain characters do play really different than Cloud.
I'm done pretending and lying to myself saying, you are enjoying Kenna. No, I'm not, and quit it and moved on to Digimon. Lol.
I think that's what I did with Kenna. Everyone's like, oh, this game is so awesome. I play like, what the hell y'all smoking this game? This game is not that good. this Timu Majora's Mask or whatever this thing. Nah, shout out to the developers. They're big fans of like Zelda and stuff like that. It's a good game. It's just not for me. But no, I don't know what people were saying. I played Ken. I played Ken on PS5, and I played it. I'm like, people were talking about how hype it is. I'm like, nah, not really. But I understand why people like it though. Like, to keep it a buck, like I understand. But I dropped it too. And people are like, oh, it's coming out on Switch, and I'm like, okay, well, it's coming out on Switch. Good for Switch. Good for Switch too. Good for Switch too, man. I think that thing dropped off the top. It dropped off the top 20 real quick. That thing was gone. Thank you for the 3. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Dan Dips with the $5 dono. Yo, what up, Dan Dips? It's DJ OJ. You know what time it is? Maybe we get some Ninja Gaiden Ragebound jams. Sea Journey. Mustard on that wheat dough. Yo, shout out to Dan Dips. Appreciate you. The chef. The chef. All right, let's get this here. Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden Rage. Digimon's way better. I played Digimon on PS5 at first, but then I realized I knew that there was going to be a Switch 2 version coming, so I stopped playing it. But yeah, Digimon's definitely better. Like, I can't wait for Digimon on Switch 2. Like, that is going to be that's going to be a portable beast of a game for me. I can't wait to play that. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound jams. Sea Journey. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Mr. Dan Dips. 176 on the combo board. Yo, we out here, guys. 24 combos, and we got a double platinum. I tried playing Opus with the lights off last night. Sorry about the sound, guys. My window's open. There's people riding, I don't know, riding supercars outside or something. Play Opus with the lights off. I swear I heard a little girl whispering my real name. I live alone. All right, sorry about that, Commander. Hopefully you can get over that, my boy. Art style of Kenna is good, then it stops there. No, I think the game is alright. It's just not for me. It's just, I just didn't find it to be as good as what people were saying online. You know, it's okay though. It's not bad. Like, I probably need to play it more, to be honest. I haven't put too much time into it. You think you'll like the Kenna sequel? I mean, I don't know if I'm going to play the Kenna sequel, so let's see when the game comes out. What game we all dropped? Multiverses? Well, Party Man, you scrubbed out of Multiverses, though. You scrubbed out of Multiverses. You dropped it because you were so scared of what the Cat and Boy did to me and Dark that you decided to never play the game again because you were just terrified of getting beat like that after the whole Captain Falcon situation that you ran into that one day. After the whole Captain Falcon situation that you ran into that one day, Party Man said, I don't want to play any of these people. For those who don't know, man, Party Man told one guy on the phone, he's like, hey man, I'm gonna roll forward when we play. And that guy remembered. A Falcon guy. And he did that stupid little, he goes, Falcon, where he turns and goes like this. Falcon birds. And he read Party Man from like last week. This guy knew Party Man was gonna roll that way for like a whole week. It was like an online tournament. So after that time, Party Man decided he doesn't want to play against people like certain tournaments and stuff online. So that's why Party Man scrubbed out. That's why Party Man scrubbed out of multiverses. No, that was when I was trash. Party Man scrubbed out of multiverses because of that, bro. Yeah, it was that's what I'm saying, a pro Falcon player. No, I'm not saying that guy was bad. That guy was good. He would have bodied me too. I'm not sitting there and saying that you're not good at the game. I mean, obviously we all know Party Man's freaking god tier at Smash Brothers. He's way better than me at Smash. But I'm just saying, like, after that situation, I think you're a little bit traumatized about potentially playing against pro players like that in that setting. And whatever happened to Party Man, it happened to me 10 times worse. Bro, I swear, I don't know if there's a VOD of that or something, but I swear, bro, it was like Tom and Jerry the show. It was like, cause like stupid Tom and Jerry's in the game, but it was literally me getting blown up with dynamite, getting hit with ping pong balls. I was getting smacked with paddles. I was getting rolled up with like cheese wedges. I was getting tripped over, like I slipped on like a banana peel. Like, I don't know, I got tripped with some like wire. I got like put into like I had like a dunce cap on me. They put a red nose and they go honk honk. Like I was like in clown mode. I don't even know what happened, bro. I was not playing the game. Nakat and Void were playing the game, multiverses against me in Dark, and I was not playing. It was like a hurricane. I still don't know what happened to this day. I have no idea because I was not playing. I don't think I pressed a single button. I'm just getting hit and juggled and bounced and just like, I felt like it was a basketball just dribbling me. You know, like when the cartoons, like it would. I mean, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. Shouldn't with the 60 months. So something just, what did I miss? Also finally paid off my second car. Thanks for the entertainment as always, OG. Nice, paid off the second car. Hey, there you go. Hey, it's good to pay off a car. There you go, man. So, bro, playing against, like, listen, I know that feeling, bro. It sucks. Like, it was crazy. Shout out to Cinery though, man. What's up, Jumpman? I'm pretty sure they got 8 stock too. Bro, I don't even remember what we had at Multiverses. I got beat so bad. What do they use? Stocks? What do they use? I don't even remember what they use. All I know is that Tom and Jerry, I was just getting absolutely obliterated, bro. I just got literally, I think they killed us, all of our stocks in like seconds. It was just a wash. But to be fair, like people love to say, Nakat and Void were the Multiverses Evo champions for the game, so we literally played against the best in the world. Like, so those two are the best players in the world. They were the 2 best multiverse players in the world. So we did get bopped by them. But that makes sense, right? They're the best in the world, so. I really like Kenna beat it not too long ago on the Switch too. Oh no, Kenna's good. It's more me than the game itself. So, yeah. Got it, man. It was an out of body beatdown. Listen, man, I got beat down so bad, bro. I felt like Bardock versus like Frieza. I was like, my son will live. I was like, but my son will live. Wait a minute. I don't think my son was even born at that time, but I knew my son, I was in the future. I knew my future son would live. I might die here, but my son will live in the future. I had future visions of everything. I had my whole life flash before me, man. It was a beatdown, bro. It was a beatdown, bro. It was, oh man, it was a beatdown. Yo, shoutouts, thank you for the follow. We can finally. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the follow over there on Twitch. Honestly, even if I played you against them, it would have been just as bad. Yeah, it probably would have been, but we would have had a little bit more of a counter. I mean, it would have been bad, but I don't know if it would have been just as bad, because I think we would have had a little bit more of a counter, because you play Harley Quinn. We had two defensive tanks with Superman and Wonder Woman. I needed an offensive player, someone that can, you know, because Superman is a setup defensive tank, so is Wonder Woman. I needed someone that was going to be an offensive person that can come in and strike quickly. So that's why I wanted Chupa to get in there, or that's why I wanted you to get in there, because Harley Quinn and that Adventure Time person, those two were quicker. So I mean, yeah, it would have been bad, but it would have been a little bit. The matchup would have been a little bit better. Does your son have purple hair? Why would my son have purple hair? No. I mean, we still would have got absolutely destroyed. Don't get me wrong. We would have got absolutely cooked, but I think it would have been just like a little bit better. Jose now got PTSD when he sees Tom and Jerry. Bro, I do, man. I do. That's all it reminds me of. I'm glad that game shut down, so that can never happen to me again. I'm glad that game. The funniest thing with that game, people are like, "Oh, we're trying to save it." Nobody even signed the petition. They're like, "Nah, I ain't signing it, man." The game's dead. This game's done. Imagine Multiverses. Fighting game of the year, by the way. I also want to put that. Fighting game of the year. Top MPD seller. Top MPD seller and fighting game of the year, by the way. So. Oh, okay. Trunks, purple hair like Trunks. Okay, no. Okay, yeah, I feel you on that one. I was thinking more of Kakarot, like, you know, Bardock, Kakarot, you know, like when Frieza kills him and he gets blasted and he's like, my son will beat you in the future. Oh, man. Let's see if the game got worse after it came back. It really did. Multiverses was so bad when it first dropped. It was so bad. Or like when it first dropped, it was okay. They need to work on the online, but they brought it back like I think in Unreal Engine 5, and it looked all bigger and like roided out. And it felt blockier, and it just wasn't as fun to play. And like they brought out Lola Bunny, and I'm like, okay, let me check out Lola Bunny, and like she wasn't very fun to play either. So I was like, okay, this game's dumb. When I saw that there was nobody playing the game, there was nobody on Steam, there was nobody playing the game, I'm like, all right, this game is done. The game was offline for like they took the game offline for like more than half a year. They took the game offline while they were paying customers, by the way. So like you had paid for whatever. Like I don't think I bought anything, but people paid for like the $100 like founders pack, and they took the game offline. And then they're like, oh, we got to fix the game. Then they fixed the game, and then they brought it back, but then nobody played it. And I'm like, that was the worst decision. The worst decision ever was to take the game offline. They really never should have done it. Should have just kept it up and then slowly work on different things. But whoever's idea it was to take the game offline for a year, they ruined any goodwill that they had. So when the game came back and they made it worse, it was like, wait a minute, you came back and they made it worse. There was already people that were not going to come back and play it. But they should have just kept it going. Like, they should have just kept it going and just make changes slowly but surely, you know? Smash Killer. The Smash Killer, baby. Honestly, it sucks that there aren't many platform fighters that could even come close to Smash. I mean, really? Yeah, there's really not. Like, the only one that people even say is, like, close is, like, there really is. It's like Smash Brothers, then there's like nothing. If we're talking about like all platform fighters, you know, you've got Melee, you've got Smash, you know, just Smash Brothers in general. Like, let's just say Melee and Smash Brothers. And then there's a big gap. There's Brawlhalla, you know, there's that one game that has like animals. Forgot what it's called that people like to play. But really, none of them come near like Smash Brothers overall. So one of the many reasons Warner Bros. Had to sell off. Yeah, I missed the multiverse period. I was on Marvel vs. Capcom at that time. Yeah, like it was a good idea. Multiverses was a good idea. Just poor execution and poor management. Poor execution on how to get it actually done and everything, man. But they had a good game. They should have just kept it going. I don't know why they took it offline. They should have just said, hey, we're going to make some maintenance. You know, we're going to fix a few different things. But the fact that they, like I said, they took it offline and they brought it back with Unreal Engine 5 and it was worse. That was just like, man. That was the worst idea. You know, that was the worst idea that they could have done. Slap City. I've heard of Slap City, but even that's like, it's good, but it's still not like where people get like with Smash. And I don't think there's ever going to be anything like Smash, you know? I don't really think there's going to be anything ever as like big as Smash, because all the companies that have the IPs that can do Smash, they don't want to do it. And apparently there was a Smash clone coming from like Riot Games or whatever, and they canceled theirs too because Multiverses did bad. So wait a minute. You had a game that has Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Rock, all these different like Bugs Bunny. You got all these different super popular characters, and you still got cooked. A lot of companies are thinking, wait a minute, if Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, Shaggy, Scooby-Doo, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these characters can't make it. How are we going to be able to do it? And then you also have, like, PlayStation All-Stars. They tried their version of it. That also got cooked. So it's like, who has the IPs and the know-how to make a Smash Brothers, like, clone that people actually want to play for a long time? It's like, I don't know who does. I'm not sure. I'm thinking... I mean, Sony has the IPs, but like they don't have the developers to make it. They don't have the devs to make that type of game. So that's the problem. There was even a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Brothers clone called TMNT Smash Up on the Wii. I played it. I did a review on it. Check out my review from like a decade plus ago. And it's not very good. It's kind of fun, but then it's also like not good. And that was from like some former Smash Brothers Brawl devs. So even they couldn't make that good, I don't know, man. Multiverses was all right and all, but it didn't have the sauce of Smash Bros. It really didn't. It didn't. I'd say Rivals of Either was the closest to Smash for me personally. Chupa and I really liked it when we first played it. Yeah, what happened though? You still playing it now? When was the last tournament you entered, party man? Playing on any online? But yeah, I guess that's the closest, right? Rivals of Either. But it's just like, I'm playing as like lions and bears and stuff. Like chickens and bears and lions and like, oh, I'm Mufasa or something like that. Oh, I'm Baloo. It's like birds. It's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to play as like, old McDonald and his farm, like that's the only problem. It's like, it's kind of lame, dude. I'll be honest. Furry of Either. Shinru's like, huh? What? What are you talking about? David with the 26 months. Yo, shouts to David with the 26. Hey, let's go. I can't even play Multiverse no more, bro. Every time I pick Harley Quinn, aka Alexa, started randomly turning in my house by turning on and... The hell are you talking about? Okay, whatever. Tattoos Inc. Is it Kigali Inc. Tattoos? Yo, shout outs. Appreciate that. Welcome to Ninja Village. I appreciate that, man. Let's go. Dude, to me, the closest thing, even though it's nowhere near as good, But like the closest thing that I had to maybe even coming like somewhat close to Smash Brothers was PlayStation All-Stars and like Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl Battle thingy. Those are like the two closest. I think Nickelodeon All-Stars is probably like the closest. I haven't put a ton of time into Smash clones, but I probably put the most time into Nickelodeon All-Stars. That's probably like the next, and like you guys already know how I feel. I mean, well, some of you guys do, some of you guys don't. How I feel about Nickelodeon All-Stars. I don't think it's very good, but I think it's okay. It's just, it's like a Temu version of Nickelodeon. It's not even like the real Nickelodeon. It's like a Temu version of Nickelodeon. It's so low budget. It's so low budget. It's hard for me to sit there and say, oh my god, this is awesome, because of how just low budget it is, you know? But it's, I'd probably say that's like the next closest thing for me. Like in terms of like, can anything get to Smash Brothers? No. But if there was one, it'd be Nickelodeon All-Stars. Like I did play, April O'Neil was really fun to play in that game. I mean, like, I never figured April O'Neil could fight like that. Apparently she knows martial arts, so it's like whatever. But like she smacks you with microphones. She has camera equipment. I think she has like a hot air balloon somehow. Like a TMNT balloon when she does her up B or whatever. She moves really fast. She reminds me of Zero Suit Samus. And I do like Zero Suit Samus. So I did like playing as Nickelodeon All-Stars. I did like playing as her in Nickelodeon All-Stars. And also, who else? Who else did I use in that game? I know I used, was it Danny Phantom? I was never a big fan of Danny Phantom the cartoon just because I was already kind of old when that cartoon came out, so I didn't watch it like that. But I think I used him in that game and I had some fun. That game came out when I was in Nigeria, so I was playing like really on a ghetto, really super ghetto connection, and it took me a day and a half to download the game, or like a day to download the game. But I was like, I want to play it, so. Yeah, it didn't have any voices either. It was mute. It was definitely pulling the chrono trigger, like the chrono. So it was definitely silent. I like this comment. If Nintendo did the DRM nonsense, you would likely defend the heck out of Nintendo. How much of a Nintendo fanboy you are? Okay, so let me ask you a question, John, and I want you to answer it truthfully. When Nintendo did game key cards, did I defend them? Yes or no answer, John. Go ahead. Go ahead in the chat, because that's key cards aren't like this, but you have to use online. Did I defend Nintendo with game key cards? Go ahead, go. I'm just asking a question. You came here to talk to me, so I'm gonna ask you a question. You said I would defend it, so something that's somewhat similar, not really, but somewhat similar. Did I defend game key cards, John? 1.30. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me see if he's still here. He might have just been one of those drive-by comments, then he leaves. Let me see here. Oh no, he's still here. Okay, so I'm waiting. In the meantime, you guys can, actual normal non-schizos can ask me questions in the meantime. Do you have any favorite games from the PSP or Vita? Kinda.
What's up, OJ? How are you? I just went to see the Michael Jackson movie, and it was good. Can I get any music from Michael Jackson's Moonwalk the game?
Absolutely not, because that'll be a strike on my channel. I don't want to risk any strikes on my channel, so nothing up from that. But thank you for the 5, Kevin. I can get something else for you, though. I don't want to risk anything, even though it's the video game. I don't want to risk anything from that, man. So I don't want to risk it. So you can drop in the comment like what you want me to talk, like a different game, and I'll do that. Do you think Team Fortress 2 could ever make it to Smash? Probably not. I just feel like the PS5 DRM thing is being brushed under the rug like their other shenanigans. Maybe Metal Wolf. John, I'm waiting, brother. It's been a while now, and I'm asking you if I defended game key cards when those were that you need online to even get those. I'm waiting, brother. I'm waiting for you to answer the question. You're still, and I know that you're still here in the chat. I can tell that you're still here because your name pops up. Yeah, your name pops up right here. So you're still here. So I'm waiting for you to answer the question. And I know you've heard me. So I'll ask one more time. Did I defend game key cards which require online for Nintendo's games? Did I defend that? Go ahead. I'm waiting. It's not even like I attacked Sony and what they're doing right now like crazy or anything like that. I literally just put a question in the title. I literally just put a question. I just put big PlayStation DRM game issues. I didn't say like Sony's the devil or the worst or that I'm never gonna play their games, or I didn't even say all that. So I'm waiting, John. Come on, John. You typed that before. Why don't you just answer my question? See, this is what I'm talking about with some of you people, man. It's exactly what I'm talking about. And this is the reason why people will... By the way, I'm actually glad that John did this before I get to more comments here. And before I get to Varkster's big $15 dono here as well, too. Shout out, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to read off what you just said. This is the reason why nobody will debate me. Because they'll come here with these stupid claims just because I like Nintendo. Just because I cover Nintendo a lot. And they'll make up stuff that I never said or that never happened. And then when I tell them, well, no, tell me when I did this or what you're saying, they have nothing to say. They have absolutely nothing to say. Nothing to say at all. And this is the reason why nobody wants to debate me. So, John, I'm glad that you did that. And for those that the Clippers and all that, this is the reason why you guys are scared. This is the reason why someone who has a gym in their background and acts like a tough guy is too scared to talk to me in person, rather just call names from behind his keyboard. This is why they're scared, brother. This is why they're scared. Because they're afraid to be made look like a fool. So you see how John has not responded to me yet? That's these other people, these other content creators, these other people that talk a lot. They just talk. They'll just make up stuff. Because they're schizos. This is what I mean by a schizo. This is a perfect example of an online parasocial schizo. This is what I'm talking about, man. I asked a simple question. You came here throwing all anger at me for no reason. I asked you a simple question and you can't even answer it, fam. Sad. Very sad. Shout outs to Varkster with the with the 20. Says, no, I don't think so. It's unacceptable what PlayStation is doing. DRM is dumb. It's gonna be done with Nintendo. No. John. Time out. Varkster, I'm gonna get your cup. No, John. I want you to answer my question. He says, no, I don't think so. I want you to answer. So you said, okay, so you answered it. No, I don't think so. So I never defended Nintendo on having to download games online. So why would I defend them in a scenario like this? So that's my next question for you. If I didn't defend them on game keycards, which by the way, don't require online check-ins, but I still said that I had a problem with it, why would I defend them here? Based off of what? What exactly would I? Where did you get that from? Considering I did not do that with game keycards. I did not do that with $80 Mario Kart Online or $80 Mario Kart. I did not do that. I did not do that with lots of things when it comes to Nintendo Online. I did not do that. So where's this coming from? I'm still waiting. You want to apologize? You want to say, my bad, OJ, for coming in hostile? You want to apologize and say, my bad, OJ, you know, my mistake. You want to go ahead and I'll accept your apology. I'll accept it. You want to go ahead and apologize now? All right, let me get Varkster's comment here. You can still apologize. It's okay. And I won't be mad at you. Isn't it fun that the defense of Sony's moves is shifting blames? Oh, but Nintendo, instead of accepting their significant issue, this is the kind of double standard bias that we're all talking about. Exactly. This is the type of double standard stuff that we all talk about here pretty much almost every single day at times. It's the same type of stuff, Varkster. Exactly, brother. It's the same type of stuff. And it's weird, man. It's weird. It's really weird. Nobody likes DRM for anything. Nobody likes having to go online to do stuff for anything. Like, shouts to Varkster. Thank you for the support, brother. I appreciate you like always. You are absolutely goated. 196 on the combo board. We are out here tonight, guys. 4 more combos, and we've got it. I saw my life. Speaking of grifters, Beat 'em Ups did a great video on the topic with Nintendo. I did see that he posted it. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet, but I did see that. Skies of Arcadia, yes, you can get Skies of Arcadia music. Skies of Arcadia. Josh with the $10 dono coming in as well. So I still remember laughing so hard when I found out that it was launching the same day as Sora. You know, Nintendo did that on purpose to kill Nick All-Stars before it had a chance to take off. Dude, I don't know if they did that on purpose. I think that was like actually they did that because that was the day that it was supposed to go live. I know there was a lot of Smash players that were trying to sit it there doing that to kill the game, but I don't know if that was actually the truth. I don't know if that was like, I don't think they did that intentionally, but that's just my opinion. But I can understand why people felt that way though. Shout outs though, Josh, appreciate that. But yeah, I mean it kind of did kill the momentum for it. It's like you're gonna play Nickelodeon, also you're gonna play Sora and Smash Brothers Ultimate. Yeah, Smash Brothers Ultimate. Thank you for the Big 10, man. I appreciate that though, Josh. But yes, I do remember that back. What was that? 2021? Yeah, 2021. Thank you for the Big 10, dude. Appreciate you, fam. Let's go. Also, Departed with the $2 says, do these streams require DRM? Yes, they do require DRM. I mean, they do and they don't. You can go online if you have. I think you can download the video once the video is done. So then you don't need. I mean, but yes, initially yes. Initially yes. If you're not connected to online, you need to download the video. So you can do that on your own. So they don't require DRM. They don't require it. Well, you need the online connection though. You need a one-time online connection at least, bare minimum. You know. It's not DRM OJ. It's just a bug. Yeah. John. Shout outs to Deported Society. Shout outs to John Z or Josh Z. Thank you for the 10, man. But yo, John, I'm waiting for my apology. You have not said sorry yet. You have not said sorry. I'm waiting for it. Can you apologize for coming in here aggressive and talking to me like that instead of saying, "Hey, OJ, what do you think about this? Like, what do you feel about one?" Like, the thing that I don't understand is like, why do people come through to the stream and like kick down the door? Like, you would definitely not do this to me IRL. You would not go to me, "Hey OJ, if Nintendo did this, you would be doing." Like, you would never do that to somebody IRL. Like if you were at a game store or something like that, you would not talk to anybody like that. Why do people feel the need to do that like on my stream? Like, I don't get it. Even for people that I don't like, I don't barge into people's streams and acting like a certain way. Like, what? Can I get into the psychology of people who do this? Is it because you're behind your keyboard? Is that what it is? Is that you feel like it's okay to just sit here and like bust down the door and become disrespectful, not even say hi? Imagine somebody's eating dinner and somebody just kicks down your door and says, "Hey man, I don't like the way that you said something about Sony, and if Nintendo did it," you like, that's literally what's going on right now. We're supposed to be having a normal discussion. I didn't even sit here and say anything like crazy. Like, why do people feel the need to just like kick down the door? You can't even say hi. If you're gonna be disrespectful, at least even say hi first. At least just say, "Yo, OJ, what's up, man? Hey, I think that you would say this." I'm like, "No, you're wrong," but at least you're gonna be somewhat respectful. I don't understand these people. I don't do this to nobody else, so I want to get into the psychology of people who just kick down doors and be upset for like no reason, or just make assumptions for like no reason. I don't get it. I don't understand it, man. I was being funny. I don't actually think they did it on purpose, but I definitely a happy accident. Okay, yeah. Okay, Josh. Yeah, I feel you on that one, brother. I feel you on that one. Kick down the door and just sit there with their hands in their pocket when they get caught out. I mean, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like I said, guys, there's a reason why nobody, like, people will sit there and say, "Oh, he's just this crazy fanboy. He's just this, and that." I'm like, okay, come here and talk to me about it. No, I'm good. No, but I'm crazy, right? If I defend everything, why don't you just come here and just pester me on it, question me on it? We've had people come in here and try to do that. They've gotten their ass whooped. It's not even, excuse my French, it's not even been close. Do you really think that some type of, for the people that do this, do you really think that some type of lame, well, if Nintendo is gonna work on me? Do you guys think I'm stupid? Like, I don't understand these people. Like, they come here over and over every now and then, and they get absolutely whooped every single time. I have big content creators, 100K content creators that are scared of me, that don't want to talk to me. I have content creators that legitimately are scared. They tremble to just simply talk to me. You think that you have any better shot, my man? John, you think that you got a better shot, bro? Come on now. People are coming to the chat here. Y'all need to relax, okay? I'm not even acting crazy about Sony's situation. I'm not even doing that. You guys are testing the wrong one. You guys are testing the wrong one for no reason, bro. We ain't even out here like that. Calm down. We're not even out here like that here, bro. Anyway, Deport with the $2 dono and says, OJ, you should just match the energy and go ham. I should just barge into, hey man, hey, I heard that you don't like Nintendo. I hate you. Oh my gosh, man. Oh man, it's like I just like straight up like Kool-Aid dudes, bro. Hey, listen, man, I went to too many. The funniest thing is when I went to too many games, I knew the people that were talking ish and did not want. I had one guy literally shaking. He looked at me, I looked at him, shaking, literally beelined it away from me, away because I was sitting next to John and I think Dreamcast guy, or I was sitting next to Jordan Fringe. I forgot exactly who. But like he just beelined it away from me. I knew the frauds that were there that were talking and they didn't want me to maybe notice who they were or something like that, even though I never seen none of them in IRL. But still, you can tell they had nothing to say to me IRL. But they'll come on here for some reason and get all upset about X and Y or about this or say that I'm hypocritical. No, I'm not, bruh. Listen, if Nintendo does something wrong, we'll talk about it. If Microsoft did something wrong, we'll talk about it. I'm not gonna go scorched earth though on anybody. Like I'm not going scorched earth on Sony over DRM. They've got physical games. People are trying to go scorched earth, and that's fine. If you want to go scorched earth, that's fine. You can go scorched earth. That's cool. I don't have a problem with that. It's your money, it's your time, it's your life. We all got a certain amount of time here, and when our time is up, our time is up. So spend your life the way that you want to spend your life. But I'm not going scorched earth on Sony. I'm still gonna buy the physical games if I feel like it. Now, am I less likely to buy digital games? Absolutely, I'm less likely to buy digital games. Absolutely, because there's times where I don't play digital games or I don't play my PS5 for long periods of time. So absolutely, I'm less likely to buy digital games now, but that's okay. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's okay. That's their decision. If they revoke it, then that's fine. If anything, I've got other systems to play. I can go somewhere else. I can take my money somewhere else with that. So I'm not going to sit here and go crazy about it, you know? It is what it is. But it's just weird, man. It's just weird. It's weird when people bring that stuff up, man. Everyone's saying someone negative is a Nintendo fan. It has to be. Everyone loves Sony. I know, seriously, bro. Seriously, like, yeah. John. By the way, John left, guys. That's by the way he left. Oh my God, that man ran faster than me asking Nintendo to come on the channel and talk about his Switch 2 videos, man. That man ran faster than Nintendo. Nintendo running like Usain Bolt away from me, bruh. It's like, I don't like black people anyway. Running away from a debate, bruh. That man ran. That man scared as hell. God dang. Oh my gosh. He was out, bruh. He came, what, he got 2 comments before he left? Like those cartoons. Exit stage left. Call this man John Snagglepuss. Spin said exit. Oh, heavens to Betsy's. Looks like we have a situation here. What's this? Exit stage left. God damn, that was fast, man. You have to leave like that, man. The type of people that like be like, man, I'm gonna turn into a racist. This is how new age racists are born. When you get cooked like that, it's like that's the last thing you remember. He was black. He's just gonna be looking at people. Sorry, man. I gotta do a better job representing, man. I gotta be a little bit nicer. This is how people turn into racists, bro. When you get cooked like this. I'll never forget what your kind did. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm having a little bit too much fun. Okay. I'd be the same way, man. I'd be like, I can't believe. I'd be like, well, wait a minute here. Wait a minute.
Sup ninja.
So
Don't know
Sinru,
if you saw my comment with the resub, but I finally paid off my second car loan.
I did. I read it off.
Gonna save up for retirement next lol.
Ooh, retirement.
Thanks for the entertainment during stream.
Yeah, Shinru, I read off your comment. I said that's good not having a car payment. So yeah, I did read off your comment. And I also made a joke about something like with a furry a little bit after that. I don't know if you caught that one too, but yeah, I did read off your comment. Shout outs, man. Thank you for the multiple months. I do appreciate that, brother. Seriously, shout outs to Shinru. You are awesome. But yes, I did read off your comment. Let's go even further. Oh my gosh, my eyes are watering, bro. My eyes are watering. This man said, I'm out. Says it's DJ Doctor says it's here's how people come in all aggressive only to back down while you laugh at them. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. One thing that, like, when I was in debate, like one thing, or when I was doing debates and when I was doing, like, when I was younger, like when I was in high school, one thing that my teacher always taught me is that, like, when you know that you can win, you can have all the confidence in the world. The only thing that's going to make your confidence look stupid is if you have no idea what you're talking about. So while some people might pass it off as he's arrogant or he's cocky or he's this, it's really not that. When it comes to stupid things that people say, the reason why I play it off so quickly, or I obviously set it up like the person's stupid, is because they said something really stupid. And if they said something that was more serious or that was more in line with what I actually said or what I actually did, I'd come in with a very different attitude. Like if someone said, well, OJ, you said that the Wii U was gonna do this. Am I gonna sit there and act like you know, call them out stupid? I'd be like, no. I'll be like, no, look, yeah, you're right about that. I'd come in way more serious because I don't want to start off, if there's gonna be a debate or a discussion, I don't want to start it off like I'm trying to brush under my failures or what I did wrong. So I'm gonna start off serious and respect it. But if you start off with something that's blatantly not true, that I've clearly spoken out against, which is DRM, always online. I've done that on Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. I'm gonna treat you like a little child. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna treat you like a child because there's no way you're going to win this. So of course you can have all the cockiness or confidence that you want if somebody comes in from the beginning with the BS. And my teacher always taught me that. Now people hated that when I did it to them because it makes them feel like they're like, you know, like I think that they're stupid. No, I don't think that you're stupid. I think that what you said was stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like I think what you said was dumb. So I'm gonna treat it like something stupid because I have an easy answer to what you just said. So yes, I'm gonna treat you like a little child, or I'm gonna treat you like you're stupid because you said something stupid because you clearly don't know. So instead of getting more information, what do? You just act like you already know what would happen. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's dumb. We're wasting our time. So let's have a little bit of fun. While we're wasting our time, let's have a little bit of fun. So that's really what it comes down to, man. Helix with the $1.99 says, John somewhere punching a wall. Yeah, he's somewhere punching a wall. Or joining his local KKK chapter. I'm joking. I don't think he's racist or nothing, guys. I don't think he's I'm just making some jokes. I don't think he's racist. I have no idea. I don't know even know what color he is or anything like that, you know? So I have no idea. So I'm making a few jokes. That's it. Just we're having a little bit of fun with it. Thank you for the 2 though. I appreciate. He's definitely, I mean, I'd be punching a wall, man. That's called cookage. That's called cookage, man. You're gonna turn him into that racist kick streamer. Oh my God, no. Let's not bring up that weird old mustache guy, bro. I'm to be honest though, for real, Psychopod, I'm not even upset with that dude. You know why? Because I knew that he was on borrowed time. You know, I knew that guy was on. I'm like, dude, there's gonna be 3 things that's gonna happen. You're gonna kill somebody. You're going to get killed, or you're going to get deplatformed. Those are the only 3 outcomes on being that that overtly racist on a public platform. Those are the 3 options. And you're brandishing weapons. People are gonna get real. Oh, this guy thinks he's tough, huh? They're gonna come looking for you. So those were the only 3 options that this guy's gonna have, man. It's gonna be either he shoots and kills somebody shoots and kills him, or he gets deplatformed. Then he stops doing this nonsense. So, you know, those are the 3. And it looks like he's getting deplatformed right now, and he's losing all of his. He lost his kick money. And there's like apparently there's an attorney, and there's like an attorney that's following him everywhere, that's like hounding him and like hounding every platform that he goes on. They're saying, hey, here's the reason why, and they've documented all of his streams and what he does and what he says. So at this point, I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for that kid's son, because he has a little boy. So I feel bad for the little boy, like being born into where your dad is this, like, that's rough, man. Like, if you're a dad, you're supposed to be a good role model when you're a dad. You're supposed to you're supposed to show your kids the right way. You're supposed to teach your kids restraint. You're supposed to put your kids in the best situation by your behavior to keep them safe. By being crazy like that, you put your kids at jeopardy, you put your money at jeopardy, you put everything at jeopardy because you want to act crazy for the online audience and you want to act crazy. It makes no sense to me. Now, if you're by yourself and you don't have anybody that depends on you, then okay. You want to be reckless, that's fine. That's your own life, I get it. But now you're putting your kids' life at risk. Now you're putting your kids' future at risk. And now you're also putting the burden of, because no matter what you do as a child, people are going to look at what happened with your parents if they're crazy, right? No matter what you do, you're always going to be somewhat, if your parents are larger than life, or if you're going to be in your parents' shadow. So when that kid grows, people are going to see who his dad is, and they're going to be like, wait a minute, hold up, wasn't your dad that racist dude? Like, they're going to give him smack from the very beginning when he goes to school or whatever the case is. So it's like, it's a terrible situation for that dude's kid, you know? It's a terrible situation for that dude's kid. Terrible, because you're supposed to be a role model. And that's the thing. Here's what I'll say here, guys, man. Like, everything that my dad did, I did the opposite. Everything my dad did when it comes to parenting, I legitimately try to do the opposite. I'm not perfect as a dad, but I did the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? The exact opposite. Oh, my dad was like this, and I remember I hated that. I'm gonna do this. You're supposed to be a good role model for your parents. You're supposed to be good. You're supposed to give them the best. You're not supposed to have them sitting there worrying about you. You can't make any money because you're racist. Now you've ruined all your opportunities to get a regular job, because as soon as you apply, people are going to see, they're going to do a background check on you, and the background check is going to come up that you're a mega racist. So 99% of companies in America do not want somebody that uses that language. And once again, it goes against the rules of pretty much every company. So it's just crazy to me, man, why you would ruin your life. In my opinion, you would ruin your future and your life and potentially your kid's life over this. It is not worth it. It makes no sense to me. But hey, you know, people are really stupid. There's a lot of people that are stupid, so it is what it is. 4 options, OJ. Option 4, be appointed a member of the Oh man, thank you for the 5 deported. I appreciate that, brother. Even then, man, you can't even say that. Even then, like, you can't even be like that. So you went too far, man. You went too far. His kids should be fine. Well, if you're not making money, his kid's not going to be as fine as his kid should be, because right now he had a big audience on Kick and he was making a good amount of money, and all of that money is gone. He's been deplatformed on a big platform that he was on with Kick. So, that's not helping your kid out. That's not, I mean, listen, man, if YouTube went away from me, I would be panicking like a little schoolgirl. I would be panicking, you know, I wouldn't be panicking, but I would be panicking, but not really. Because I have a job outside of this, so I could just do more hours there. But I would definitely be like, okay, wait, hold up. But I'm not unemployable. Like, I can go, like, I can put in a job application. Like, I can put in a job application and go work at Costco and make, you know, $30 an hour or something like that, right? Like, I can do that. If I really felt like it, all right, I'll go work at Costco. Nothing wrong with me. I'll go pack up, put up things. That's not beneath me. You know what I'm saying? I'll go work at Costco and make $20-something, $30 an hour, and I'll be fine. I can pay my bills with that. That's no big deal. You know? So, that guy can't get hired at Costco. They do a background check. And they'd be like, no, you can't work here. You know what I'm saying? So, or I'll go flip burgers. Hell, I'll go flip burgers at In-N-Out for $20-something an hour. You know, if I have to, I can go put in a job application and work. He can't. He can't do that. You know? So it's all good, man. Let's see here. Oh, you're back, John. What's up, John? Welcome back, brother. Let's just, I'm here. LOL, don't care if you're making fun of me. Ain't hurting my feelings. Sorry about coming at you like that. Sometimes I think you do defend Nintendo, but I can tell you have other platforms. Sometimes I think you do defend Nintendo. but I've defended Microsoft, I've defended Sony. Whenever I say what I want to say. So when there's something that I say that is right, that I feel is correct, I'll say my truth and I feel like what is correct. So if you want to call that defending, that's fine. But once again, feel free to put an example. What is the example that I've said that you feel that I've defended Nintendo that I shouldn't have? So how about that? So you're saying that, oh, I defend them on a topic that I shouldn't have defended them on. So do you feel like letting us know? And I thank you for the apology. I appreciate that. But what is the topic that I've defended them on that I shouldn't have? That you feel is something that's, that's overtly wrong, like DRM, that I have come out and said, no, Nintendo's right. So what's that topic? If you mind me asking. So what is that topic, John? If you don't, like I said, I'm not trying to be mean. And I understand I'm making a few jokes, but what is the topic that I've defended Nintendo on that you feel is overtly wrong? So let me know. I know you're not racist, John. I know I was making jokes. I know you're not. I know you're not racist. I'm just joking. I peeped your Opus story. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Commander DMB. People can defend everybody else, but Nintendo, where's the draw? Let's see. People can defend everybody else, but Nintendo is where they draw the line. Oh, yo, OJ, good to see you, brother. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. Here's the thing, and I think this is where maybe John is getting mixed up on. When the Switch 2 was first coming out, I was coming out and telling people, no, you're wrong about X, Y, and Z on the Switch 2, and maybe he took that as defending. But if you go back and look at everything that I said about the Switch 2, I was right about everything with the Switch 2. I was right, because people were trying to say that game key cards, you need to be online the whole time. And I said, no, you don't. And people thought they took that as me defending them. No, I wasn't. I was saying that you don't need to be online the whole time. And you don't. You need to be online to download it one time. And then after that, you don't need to be online. And once again, they can be bot traded, sold, blah, blah, blah. People were trying to say, no, they can't be. People were trying to say that they were tied to an account. I had a really stupid banana dude that was literally lying to his audience and telling people that game key cards were tied to accounts and other people can't use them. And I'm like, no, you're lying, So maybe people thought that I was defending there, but I wasn't. I was giving you guys the actual truth. I didn't like the fact that they had them. I didn't like game key cards, but don't lie and say what they are. So I think that's maybe there was some confusion there, but it wasn't defense. It was telling you the actual truth, Let's see here. Just ran into this one guy. It looks like teens, low 20s making music. Play the video and he was like, what the F? Expected a drill song. He started singing around. I got little, wait, what are you talking about? Star Fox won't get announced this week, but maybe Kirby Planet Robobot. I don't know if anything's getting announced this week. They just had Splatoon Raiders last week, so I don't know if they're going to have anything big this week, but we'll see. Ocarina of Time remake is fake. It's definitely not fake, but, it's all good, Sonic. We will see. We will see. By the way, OJ, do you have any thoughts on Deus Ex franchise? Those games, I would love to see return on Switch 2 outside the remaster. I've played and beat Deus Ex. Which one did I play and beat? The one from Square Enix. Was it Human Revolution? Did I play and beat that game on the 360? Or Mankind Divided? The first one before the next one. Not the most recent one, but like the one before that. I played and beat that one on the 360. I thought it was good. Human Evolution. There we go. Yeah, but I have the game on the Wii U, but I didn't play all the way through it on the Wii U. I did play it on the Wii U, but I didn't play all the way through it. I played it all the way through and beat it on the Xbox 360. But I'm not sure if I wouldn't say that I really like the game a lot. I think it's okay, but I'm not sure if I said I really like it a lot. It's just good. I'm not like a super fan of the franchise or anything like that. No. Mankind Divided is the PS4, Xbox One. Yeah, that one, I think I have that one, but I don't know if I think I have that one on PC, and maybe I played it a little bit, but I don't think I played it that much. Let me give you guys the actual real numbers here. These gifters are like, I know you. I know what you did in kindergarten. You stole my tater tots. Me, yup, it was me. It was delicious. Yeah, I'm still waiting, John. I'm waiting for what I defended that you feel that prompted you to say that. I know. I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I'm still waiting for that because that's what. I think the funny thing is like when I go into some debates, people kind of come in with that. They come in with that, and I ask them like, well, what did I say? What did I do? And like they don't know. They don't have an answer for it. So, all right. Deus Ex Game of the Year Edition. I played that for 69 minutes. Very nice. Back in 2012. So I played that. That's the original one with the dude like with the black glasses. I guess they all have black glasses, right? Deus Ex Invisible War. I have the game. I think it all came together on PC, but I haven't played that one yet. But I played Deus Ex Game of the Year Edition. That's like the original one, I think. Okay. Deus Ex Human Revolution. I have that on PC, but I have not played it yet on PC. But I know I played it on 360. Deus Ex The Missing Link. That's the DLC. Okay, here we go. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I played it on PC. Yeah, I played it on PC. And I played it for 25 minutes. I played it for a whopping 25 minutes before I was like, yeah, I'm good. Back in December 21st, 2016. What was I doing on December 21st, 2016 to where I felt like I needed to play Deus Ex Mankind Divided? I don't like to think about that. That was what, 10 years, going on 10 years ago? My life was not great 10 years ago. It was really not great 10 years ago. I don't know why even. Okay, it is what it is. Anyway, I have it. So, yeah, I played it on PC. That's the system I played it on. Yeah, that sounds like me, dude. That just like random. I buy the game. Listen, I think all the games were like a price. I think that's what happened. So like you could get like a whole bundle of the games for like super cheap. So I was like, oh, okay, let me just go ahead. I remember playing Human Revolution. I played that on 360. I beat that game. I thought it was cool. Hey, what's up, Mr. J? What's up, man? Welcome. What is good? What is good? Good to see you here over there on Twitch. Out of curiosity, what game never mind. Sales are dangerous. I just buy games I never play. Yeah, that's my whole PC library. Heck, my whole, even Switch 1 to a degree, and PlayStation, Xbox, everything. I buy so many games that's why I stopped buying Steam games, because I would buy so many Steam games and then not play them. There is one Steam game that it's on Xbox and PlayStation, but I'd love to see it come over to Switch too. It's called Strider. It's like the remake of Strider. I thought that game was pretty cool. I put 6 hours on PC, and I think it'd be dope. I last played it in 2024, so I mean, I would love for that game to come back. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be a dope game. What else did I play? I got Warframe on here? Well, it's free to play. Yeah, I got the Witcher games. Witcher 1 and Witcher 2. You know what's crazy? I played Witcher 1 Enhanced Edition for 17 hours, and then I dropped it because I was bored. And then I played Witcher 2, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll like this one more. They were hyping it up, people saying how good it was. I played that for 11 hours, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. And then I played Witcher 3 like on multiple platforms, and I'm like, I'm good. I've never beat like a Witcher game. I always buy them, and I think they always review incredible. I buy and I play them, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm good. Like I always play it for like 10 hours, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I don't feel like playing anymore. I do not feel like playing anymore. So that is a thing. That is a thing. Now I'm waiting for Star Fox, Kirby Planet Robot, and Fire Emblem 4 remake. I know. Just pain across the board. Pain. Out of curiosity, what game have you been playing or played recently on PS5? The most recent game on PS5? What are the games that came out right before the Switch 2 came out? It'd be one of those games. Jordan says, what leak you think might not be real? What leak? I'm not sure. I only really trust Nate's leaks, so. The port with the 5 says, I have not beat Pragmata yet because I haven't got the full game yet, but I will at some point. We need another buy now before a rare video to add more games to my backlog I'll never get to. It's time. Yeah, I thought about maybe turning that series into like a YouTube Shorts. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe we'll do like a buy now before a rare YouTube Short situation. Thank you for the 5, the port. I appreciate the multiple donos today, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. I did play BioShock Infinite for 20 hours on my PC, and I have a full Let's Play of BioShock Infinite on this channel if you want to watch it, which nobody did, by the way. I've never had low reviews in my life. Like, the views were so bad, I was questioning why I was even doing it. Like, although I wanted to play the game and finish the game. I'd always wanted to play the game, though, so it was like, okay, I want to check it out, because I never got on 360 or PS3. Yo, Zombie TechPad with the Twitch Prime. Hey, yo, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Fire Nation Elite. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Let's go. Shout outs, baby. And remember, guys, if you guys got Twitch Prime over there, you know, help your boy. If you got Amazon Prime, you can head over to my Twitch channel. You can support your boy over there on Twitch for free with that Amazon Prime. Link your account, get yourself a Twitch membership. Thank you so much, Zombie TechPad. I appreciate you, fam. Let's go. Let's play. Dude, I was getting like 30 to 50 views per an episode. It was trash. I was like, oh yeah, I can become a Let's Player. And I can be successful being a Let's Player on YouTube. Oh man, that was a bad idea. I am reminded of that Steam schizo in your stream who had a small AF library of Steam games. Yeah, that was in the debate. That was in the debate that I had. He was like a PC. He was like trying to LARP as like a hardcore PC guy when he barely plays games. When he just sits there and plays little like demos and little indie games every now and then. So yeah, he was a LARPer, which a lot of these loudmouth content creators and loudmouth people are. They like the idea of gaming. They don't actually like video games that much. They like the idea of gaming. Or they used to play when they were kids and they just play now because why not? But a lot of these people don't even really like gaming. They just LARP as gamers. Like, oh, it's something to talk about. I have a community to go to because I'm not really particularly good or like anything else, but I mean, video games are a thing. So that's also a thing as well. You know? That's also a thing too, so. You should let's play Naruto Shinobi Strikers. You got mad views when you played Ninja Storm years ago. Alright, I'll say this. The next new Naruto game that comes out, I'll definitely let's play it. It doesn't matter what it is, but I'll let's play the next new Naruto game that comes out. So. I hate game key cards, but OJ is right about being able to sell them if you no longer want the game anymore. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of them. I don't love game key cards. It's not like oh man, I want them. I want the full-on cartridge games. But there's never been a time that Nintendo's done something that I feel, personally, that has been overtly bad. Like, just bad, and I'm like, oh, no, that's okay. And if there ever has been a time, I've said, yo, my bad on that one. I've apologized. But nothing comes up where I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I want some more of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a thing with anything with the Switch 2. My issue that I had with people were lying. Says, I mean, right, not to answer, but I think it was the game key card situation. I do see fanboys defend all these companies all the time, believing they can't do anything wrong. Okay, but I didn't defend game key cards. So I don't know why you're just lumping me in with fanboys online that are doing that. So, I mean, like, so is it okay if I just lump you with stupid people online then? So is that okay? So, okay, so I'm just gonna lump you in, since you're just lumping me in with game key cards, okay, and the fanboys online doing that. You're just lumping me in, even though I never did that. I'm just gonna lump you in with stupid people. Is that okay? See, it's not good to be generalized. Okay? So I'm just gonna lump you in with really dumb people online that don't know what they're talking about, okay? I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm gonna give the same energy you're giving me. So if you're gonna kick my door down, you're not even gonna say, hey, OJ, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sit there and say, I do this, I did this, I said this, and none of that was even said. I'm also gonna lump you in with stupid people, okay? So, and I know that you apologize for coming in here and saying that, but if that's how you're going to treat me, or if that's how you see me, then I'm also going to lump you with people that are stupid, okay? So I know how to approach. Like, when you say something dumb, I'll be like, oh, he's with the stupid people, you know, so it's okay. I don't get upset or nothing, because you're part of, like, the special people to the side that are stupid, okay? So just keep that in mind. You want to put me in categories and labels? I'm going to put you in categories and labels. So when you say something, I'm just going to say, oh, it's that stupid guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. You know, I'm not going to worry about it too much. So, okay. As long as we're on the same page there, all right? I'm just a fanboy and I just defend everything, you know, whatever. And you're stupid, okay? And you don't know what you're talking about half the time. So, okay. So as long as we're on the same page there, that's fine, okay? No problem. Not that you need validation from me, but I think buy now before rare is a great idea for short. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good idea for a short. I think it's a good idea for shorts. But just to let you guys know, I never defended game key cards when it comes to the actual, like, game key. I never did that. I said I don't like it, and I said that in my review of the Switch 2 a year ago. Going on a year ago, I said I don't like game key cards. I've said it multiple times in videos. I've said it over and over. So, you know, I don't have to prove that. You know, the proof is in my videos. It's all there, you know. Commander DMB, I'm sorry that you're leaving, brother, but you just come here and just say random stuff. So I ignore you. I'll be honest. I ignore you because you're I don't know if like there's something wrong, you know. So like you don't ask normal questions like when it comes to gaming or stuff like that. You just say random stuff. So I honestly just think I see your comments, but you're just saying a bunch of random stupidity. So I just ignore you, you know. So if you want me to keep it a buck, man, I just ignore you. Because you just come here and say random things. You said that you put your copy of Pragmata in the fridge. You're scared. Like, what, dude? Like, I don't. Like, I'm silly, and I'm a silly person, but I mean, like, I'm not. All right, I'll just stop right there. But like, the random stuff that you say is like, you know, it's just too much sometimes, man. So. Random Tuesdays can be wild. It can be wild, man. It can be wild. Like, yeah, like I said, man, listen. I think out of all the different people that cover video games, Nintendo fans in particular online, we just get lumped in. Even if we don't, we just get lumped in with everything as a content creator. People don't do that with Sony, and some people do it with Microsoft and Sony. There are some people that do that. But I think people actually look at what those people say more often than not. People don't even give me the benefit of the doubt sometimes. And it's not even like I'm out here acting crazy when it comes to Nintendo. I am not. So I think it's funny, and I think it really comes from people that clip and they clip and they watch some of these whatevers from other people. But at the end of the day, once again, we've had our debates. I've had debates with other people that also feel like I'm crazy. And they did not prove that I was crazy. They did not prove that I just defend everything. They were not even close to doing that. If anything, they look stupid, every single one of them. So you got to keep that in mind. Clippers and everybody, keep that in mind. The people that say all this, they're also very scared to talk to me. So keep that in mind. They don't want to discuss. Like, hey, well, what makes me this? What makes me that? I'll ask them the hard questions. And when we get to the hard questions, like, what did I say? What did I do? They often say, other people, they just start making up things. Don't be like that, guys. And it's not, like I said, even if you think that about, don't be like that. If you're going to accuse somebody of something, know what they said. Like, that's like the bare minimum, okay? Like the bare minimum. If you're going to kick somebody's door down, if you're going to be aggressive towards someone for some reason, at least know what they said before you do it. That's all I ask. So for future people that want to come here and kick my door down, I'm just going to ask politely, can you at least know what I said or know whatever it was, so we can at least, go off the facts? Just do that for me, please. If you're gonna kick my door down like John did, just go off the facts, please. It's all good, players. Next time, I'd appreciate more engagement, bruh. I'll engage with you if you act normal or somewhat normal. You remind me of like Pinky from like Pinky and the Brain. Like, that's who you remind me of. You remind me of Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't make sense half the time. Or you remind me of like Powdered Toast Man from like, or you remind me of like Stimpy from like Ren and Stimpy, like when he's really stupid. You know, not that you are, but you remind me of like Stimpy or like Powdered Toast Man or like, you know, or like Pinky. Like, you just kind of just say random things and like it makes no sense. So I don't know what you want me to do, fam. Like, I legitimately don't know what you want me to do, brother. I don't know what to say half the time when you say things. I don't even know how to respond. So yeah, Johnny from Ed and Eddie, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. So, oh man, it's just weird, bro. Loki Nintendo is winning by doing nothing right now. Well, they're just doing their thing, you know. They're just making their games. They're just announcing Splatoon, the release date, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Just bringing out stuff, man. Just games, just content. That's what you got to do, brother. That's what you got to do. Some guy on PC made a mod to replace Diana in Pragmata with a baby from Little Man. Ish had me weak. A baby from Little Man. I don't know what that movie is or whatever that is, but I guess that's funny. It's probably funny. That's what PC people do. They just replace everything with CJ or with Shrek or like with a baby, and they go. I switched out the it's different. That's what people do, man. That's what PC people do. Look at the it's different. That's all PC people. They just can't wait to do that, bro. It's just I'm sorry, Elias. I'm just saying, man. I see it on Twitter. I'm just like, okay, yeah, it's Shrek again. Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. There you go. There's CJ. Oh, here we go again. Oh, yep. It's funny. It's funny. Any chance of mouse mode coming to Splatoon? Maybe the next Splatoon built for the Switch 2. Yeah. Probably not Splatoon 3 because that creates a somewhat unfair advantage for people that are on Switch 2 compared to Switch 1. Unless they actually add like a mouse mode for like mouse and keyboard support or mouse support for Switch 1, which I don't think they would do. So probably for Splatoon 4, there's going to be mouse mode, which is going to be crazy. Let's see, because you use that voice, OJ, I need a mod to replace people with that lumberjack guy from Jamar Lammy, since he actually has that voice. I know the game, but I don't think I played that game. This little man with Marlon Wayans. I don't know, man. I don't remember. I don't know what Elias is talking about. Like, I haven't seen whatever he's talking about. So, piece of people love the pirate and not play anything. Well, I mean, no. I think the person probably bought the game. They just modded it to use the to replace the model, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. You just know that it's coming though. There's just gonna be somebody who says, "Hey, I replaced this with Shrek," or "I replaced this with CJ." It's like, it's always the same thing. We know it's coming. You know, we know it's coming. So, and it can. Let's see. Maybe mouse in Splatoon Raiders. It'd be lit for some. Yeah, I think maybe mouse mode for Splatoon Raiders, but that's not like a competitive game, so it makes sense. And like, there's not Switch 1 owners. I think right now, like, yeah, mouse mode couldn't come to like Splatoon 2 or Splatoon 3 because it'd be an unfair advantage. But like Splatoon 4 for competitive, yeah, and maybe Splatoon Raiders, there could be mouse mode. Yeah. You sounded like the Cowardly Lion on The Wizard of Oz when describing PC thing. Loved it. You guys know I got a range of voices, man. You guys know I got a range of voices. I can do some stuff here and there. I used to be able to do more before I went through puberty. I used to be able to do like women voices. Like I used to be able to do like a lot of like Queen Latifah and like who was popular back then, like girls in like cartoon shows like Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab. I can do Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab back in the day, but I can't do it anymore. I have to like really focus, like hone in and do it. But I used to be able to do her voice dead on like Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab. Now I just sound like a high-pitched man if I try. But I used to be able to do that. I used to be able to do like a lot of girls' voices like back, like I said, before puberty, but not anymore, man. I can't. DD, get out my laboratory. I had my fun modding Smash 4 back in the day, but I don't care about doing that. No, Smash 4 mods was fun. Smash 4 mods was fun. It was actually fun. I remember Nairo used to do Smash 4 mods like crazy too. So yeah, that's fun. I'm not against mods. I'm not against it. I'm not. So don't think just because I made a little joke that I'm not against that. People can have their fun with their games, you know. What's good? You going to play FF14 when it comes to Switch 2? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. We'll see. I'll probably check out the free trial. Little Man is the same status for me with White Chicks. One of the best Wayne's Brothers movies. Okay, got you. Yeah. I think I know the movie that you're talking about. Now I know what you're talking about now. Because like it uses like their adult face, but like on a baby. But okay. Foam Star is greater than Splatoon. I know, seriously. It is actually better than Splatoon. Can we boot up? Can we play Foam Stars right now, Nick? You wanna get a match? Is there a game? Can we get a match? Is Foam Stars just in our hopes and dreams, or is that game still running, or can we even play a game? I game up there, the Mount Rushmore. You got like Concord, High Guard, Foam Stars. Concord, High Guard, Foam Stars, and what else? What would be like the fourth in the Mount Rushmore of Dookie? Mount Rushmore of Flop. Oh man. Shout out to Foam Stars, man. Oh man. All right, take it easy, Dan Dibs. Thanks for coming out to the stream, fam. Can you do a voice impression of Mr. T? I mean, yeah, Mr. TZ's like, I pity the fool, you know. It's just like a tough man voice, you know. So that's not really too hard to do. All right, take it easy, Joe 9K. Thanks for coming out to the stream, fam. Appreciate you. Shout outs. I'm gonna reach back out to you this weekend, my boy. We're definitely gonna talk this weekend for sure. What new addition would you like to see for Splatoon 4? Oh man, new modes, man. New big modes. I need to see some new modes outside of, like, they didn't really add anything to Splatoon 3, so I want to see some new modes. I want to see bigger team battles. I want to see, like, 5-on-5 or 6-on-6 or 8-on-8. I want to see bigger arenas for that. I want to see new modes that I want to see evolution of modes. I want to see, obviously the weapons are dope, but I want to see, like, even, like, splitting up the teams, like 2v2v2s. I want to see co-op online. No, which I guess Splatoon Raiders has, but give me that on the single player campaign where you can do co-op, drop in and drop out. Man, there's a lot of cool stuff, man. There's a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff that they could add to the game. But yes, we need new modes for sure, like new main modes. I love the King of the Hill mode that they got in there, like Splat Zones. That's great. I love Turf War. Obviously, that's good. I think that you know, that one, like the tower control mode, that's good. The Clan Blitz is stupid. They got to get rid of that mode. Just get rid of it. We don't need it. Or just have it in there, but you don't got to update that. Just leave it the way that it is. Clan Blitz sucks. But we definitely need some new modes in the game, man. Some new modes would be good. Battle Royale mode? Yeah. Battle Royale mode, that'd be kind of cool. Like, you know, like, hey, look, you can get, even like if it's like a small scale Battle Royale, like you get like 20 people, all boom, jump in. Whoever's last one standing wins, right? So it's like something like that. That'd be cool. Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely expecting some nice big additions. Yeah, I'm expecting Splatoon 4 to be a big departure. Not a big departure from Splatoon, but like a big upgrade. Like, I don't think they can get away with just like, okay, this is just way better. Like, we're enhancing everything from Splatoon 2. Like, Splatoon 2 to Splatoon 3, it was, hey, we're going to just make everything just a bit better. Like, okay, we're going to make everything a bit better. Everything's a bit more. We have more weapons. We have more this. We have different types of Splatfests. okay, cool. But I think Splatoon 4 needs to definitely take it up the notch. You know, like I said, you have extra horsepower, right? With the extra horsepower, you can get more characters. The Switch one was harbored a little bit with the characters. You know, the characters, they probably couldn't do more than 4 considering the type of game that it is, because there's paint flying everywhere. So resources and power was called into question. But now with the Switch 2, you can definitely probably add maybe 2 characters per team. So you can probably have like 6 on 6. So you can probably have like 12 people total instead of having 8 people total. So 4 more players. So I would expect to be able to have you know, that for Splatoon, at least 6 on 6. Or 5 on 5 at the bare minimum, but more like 6 on 6, you know. Let's see, they need to improve those servers too. I mean, it's one of those things like servers, it's a peer-to-peer game. So it's really going to be like the netcode. So it's going to be based on how well somebody's connection is. So it's not a server-based game like Final Fantasy 14 or something like that, where you're on a server playing. That's not how it works. The server only sets you up, and then it beams you guys, and there's usually like a host. The host can migrate though, but there's usually like a host, and based on how good you guys' connections are, that's going to be how good the game is. Now, the thing with servers compared to peer-on-peer, peer-v-peer connections is that if it's server-based, there's going to be a cut, set, distinct bit of lag. No questions asked. Like, if you have a server and you're on there playing, there is going to be it's going to run better overall. Like, there's not going to be as less, like, you know, or less, like, lag that you see, but there's going to be input delay just right off the top. So really, it's just more about getting the netcode to be better, like running a better netcode, and things like that. But it's you're going to always have where there's lag issues, or there's like paint that's just going, if people have bad connections. But peer-to-peer is the better way to do it for a game like that. For like a fast-paced game like that, peer-to-peer definitely needs to be, you know, is that, and maybe you have like, you know, better rollback or whatever. But it's not a server-based game. It's not on a server that you're playing, you know. Oh, let's see. I always got disconnected in Splatoon 3. Have you tried playing it recently? Because I got disconnected a lot at the beginning, but it's not as bad anymore. If Bamco can get the rights to niche games like Freedom Wars, what's stopping them from doing something like Xenosaga, which they have the rights to? Nothing's really stopping them outside of money, if they felt like they can do it or not, or if Bandai Namco would allow them to do it. So Bandai Namco might not want them to bring back that, or there might be other plans for it. So that'd be the thing. I need to see Splatoon characters like Big Man in Smash Bros. I don't know if Big Man's coming to Smash Brothers. But I mean, maybe, you know, maybe Marina or something like that. Maybe one of the, you know, the dancers and something. But I don't know. I don't know if Big Man's coming. Splatoon 3 did add more mobility options, in particular the Squid Surge. I think they probably update some more mobility special moves in one. I think Splatoon sequels like Street Fighter. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. And yes, they did add more mobility options, which is great. You know, for different types of tactics and things like that. So. Absolutely. But yeah, I had a disconnection problem too when I first played Splatoon. If you guys have not hit that like button yet, you guys hit that like button. You guys got to hit that like button, man. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming today. So hit that like button. We've still got some time left on the stream today, guys. About 15 minutes, about a little bit less. We're gonna we're gonna go through the rest of it here. Cliffy B's Lawbreakers in that mega flop Hall of Fame. I'll be easy on it, but Lawbreakers that was a live service game too, right? Yeah, so Lawbreakers in there, but I like Cliffy B. But in terms of modern flip flops, yeah, Lawbreakers, that was definitely a flip flop. Any news on the date for Fire Emblem game? No news on that, man. No news. So just, it's coming though. It's coming. Just wait for the Nintendo Direct probably. But it's probably gonna be summer. I still go back to Splatoon 3. It doesn't happen nearly as much as it did back then, but it still happens times when peeps get disconnected early in the game occasionally. Yeah, I mean, pretty much all online games, like whether you're playing Call of Duty, whether you're playing whatever, people are gonna disconnect, man. Some people are just gonna disconnect, or some people are just gonna leave, or people are gonna rage quit, and it jacks up the game. So, man, I'm playing Bayonetta 2 on Switch 2. It looks amazing. Yes, it does, because it takes the dock profile and puts that portable, so it looks good. It looks good. The new Fire Emblem might be 60. It might be. I think it's going to be 70 for the digital, or 70 for the physical, 60 for the digital, just like Yoshi. Fire Emblem, though. Yeah. Nate says summer, so I think summer. Fire Emblem usually doesn't make it to the fall. There hasn't been a Fire Emblem game released in the fall in a hot minute. All of the Fire Emblems on the 3DS were released in either like the first half or summer. Same thing with Switch 1. Fire Emblem Engage was January. Fire Emblem Three Houses was like, I think, July, or it was like mid summer, or like middle of the year. So Fire Emblem games usually don't make it to the second, like the late second half of the year. So I'm expecting Fire Emblem to be like a Splatoon Raiders is July, right? August or September game. I'm expecting that to be August or September. Maybe August. I'm thinking August. No Fire Emblem 4 remake, guys. No Fire Emblem 4 remake. We're not talking about that today. I think Fire Emblem comes out in August. Yeah, August is a good time for that. Yeah. I think August is definitely going to be a thing. So we'll see for sure. We will see with that. We will see for that. August games are generally smaller games, limited to appeal. Dragon Drive, Kirby. Not necessarily when it comes to August, because I think it's really based on their lineup per se, more so than anything. So I think it's really more based off of that than just going off of what Nintendo did with the Switch 2, right? You said Dragon Drive, Kirby, Switch 2. I mean, that's just like, we need to go back and actually look at their library from like Switch 1 and all that. So. I just got here, so you have to stream for another hour at least. I'm sorry, Daniel. Can't do that. Hey, what's up, Mike Money? Welcome. Yeah, sorry, can't stream for like another hour. My bad. But we are gonna have a replay of the stream, so you can watch the replay of it. Are you going to stream tomorrow? I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. If you guys have questions, you can put them in the chat. I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. I'm going to take tomorrow off, and then we'll be back at it again on Thursday. Unless something crazy happens, then I'll stream tomorrow. But right now, I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. So there you go. Let's see here. I only said that because before 2025, if someone ever said Raiders, I immediately think indie. Okay. We need that June Nintendo Direct. Just be patient. It's coming. They'll do the Nintendo Direct when it's ready. Xenoblade is a long game, but solid so far. It is a long game. But yes, it's like Xenoblade, you got to play all the games, though. You got to play all of them. If you don't play all the games, then it doesn't all make sense. But it's a long ride, but once you're done with the ride, man, it's the greatest thing ever. It really is. So it really is, man. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm the first one now playing while we watch the stream, level 69 currently. Oh, okay, cool. So you got a long you got a long way to go, but that's okay, man. It's all good. That's okay. So that's okay. Imagine if Smash 6 comes out before Smash 6 comes out before the next Fire Emblem game that comes out in 2029, and the protagonist is added as DLC, similar to Bio. Ooh, that'd be really good. Wait, hold up. No, that's not happening though. Imagine if Smash 6 comes before the next Fire Emblem. The next Fire Emblem's coming out like in a few months. What do you mean? That's not possible. Imagine if Smash 6 comes before the next. Yeah, that's not happening. No, that's not happening. That means there'd be a massive delay. No, that's not happening. Hold up. I thought what you were saying was like, okay, the next Smash Bros. Game comes out and then like they have like a DLC character. But what you're saying makes no sense. There's no way that Fire Emblem is going to come out, or there's no way that Smash Bros. Is going to come out before Fire Emblem. That's insane. That's not happening. You know? That's definitely not happening. So yeah, there you go. I mean, after Fortune's Weave. Okay, yeah, there'll be a new Smash Bros. Game after Fortune's Weave. Yeah, after Fortune's Weave, there'll be a new game. But yeah, not before. But after, yes. After, yes. But not before. Not before. I just got done in the gym, so you need to do another stream for another 2 hours. Sorry guys, I cannot stream for another 2 hours. I would love to. That would be awesome, but I cannot. I could see a new Fire Emblem game coming in 2029. I don't think there's gonna be new. I mean, not a big new Fire. No, I don't see I don't see a new Fire Emblem game coming in 2029. I don't see one. I think they're gonna get this one out and they're just gonna sell this one. And then that's going to be the game for a while. There'll probably be another Fire Emblem game, but, you know. But probably not 2029. No, I don't think so. But then again, I mean, they do have Fire Emblem a lot. But would it be like a Fire Emblem Warriors? Or would it be like a remake of... Maybe Fire Emblem 4 Remake finally comes out then. There you go. I knew the joke was coming. Fire Emblem 4 Remake in 2028 or 2029. Okay, yeah, that's possible. That's possible. So... that is definitely possible. Smash 6 needs a story mode like Subspace Embassy. It doesn't need a story mode like Subspace Embassy. It really doesn't. What it actually needs is like new movesets and things like that. But I mean, that'd be nice if it did have one. But what it really needs is new movesets and, you know, obviously really good online play. And where you can play those modes like Squad Strike and all that type of stuff online. Now, obviously, a Subspace Emissary would be great as a nice little addition or a bonus, but once you play that and it's done, it's done. You know, it's 8 hours or whatever you play, then it's done. What we need is long-lasting things that's going to help the game for the long term, not just the Subspace Emissary with some cutscenes and bad platforming gameplay. So it doesn't need it. It'd be nice, but what it really needs is new movesets, new characters, new movesets. That's what it really needs. And better online play, like rollback netcode, like good rollback netcode. That's what it actually needs, more so than anything. Smash 6 is not going to have that everyone is here tagline again. It's not. It's just not. We can't get new movesets and new moves and all the different type of stuff when you have to bring back 5 million characters. That's not happening. Do we get Fire Emblem 4 Remake or the next Smash first? I'm going to go with the next Smash first before Fire Emblem 4 Remake. Always at least 2 Fire Emblem games each gen. Yes, there is, but once again, I think this one might be like a remake or something like that. They might do like the FE4 remake finally. Which Xenoblade should I play first? I'm trying to get into the series. You can start with the first Xenoblade game. Start with Xenoblade 1. It's called Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. You can start with that one. Close Systems will release Fortune's Weave DLC in the next Paper Mario first, then Fire Emblem after that will be 2031. Yeah, I think Paper Mario, they're gonna do a Paper Mario game. There'll be DLC probably. So yeah, DLC, Paper Mario, and then maybe, and then maybe another Fire Emblem game. So it's gonna be a while. And please, Nintendo, get rid of Elite Smash for something better. Yeah, I'd like a real ranking system. I think that'd be good. Like a normal, or like a point system, and like you can earn titles for each, like how high of points you get, like Smash God or something like that, or like Smash Noob or Smash Elite or Smash Warrior or Smash Veteran, and like you rank up and you just get points in that way. I think that'd be good instead of having Elite Smash, which was, it barely made sense. Global Smash Power, Elite Smash, so you do this, you can go, no, you just get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'm not good enough for Elite Smash Sonic. We know. When you said that Smash needs Subspace Emissary, I already know you probably can't make, because you're not worried about actually being good at the game. You're worried about having a story and playing for a bit and then not playing anymore. Absolutely. We know. We know. You couldn't. You didn't fool anybody here. We know that you're not good enough to play Smash. That's how I know the first when people say it needs Subspace Emissary, I'm like, okay, this person probably sucks at the game, which is fine. Most 99.9% of people that play Smash Brothers are bad at the game. Like Sakurai, they don't care if you're good or not. So we need the casual players. Don't get me wrong. That's why I didn't completely dismiss what you said. We do need some type of good single player mode. What we need more though, more so than anything, is like better online play and new move sets for characters. Like, we're still running like Mario's melee moveset, you know what I'm saying? Like the like Flood, Super Mario Sunshine, his cape from Super Mario World. Like, we need Cappy, we need new Mario stuff, bro. We need new Mario stuff. So that needs to be a thing. And we need Samus. Samus needs her Dread moveset. She needs Dread and MP4. So that needs to be a thing as well. Falcon Punch, my favorite move in Smash. Falcon Punch is great. Heck, I'm bad. No, you're not bad. I mean, obviously you're not bad at Smash. Party Man, we're in the top 1% of Smash Brothers play. Like, legitimately. If you took everybody in the world that plays Smash Brothers, I'm talking about everybody. The kids, the casuals, everybody. The 30-something million people that have bought the game. Bro, we are in the top 1% of how good we are. There are not that many people that are good at Smash Bros. Like we're good at it. Most people, when they see us play, they think that we're like ninjas. Trust me. Party Man, you know this. You know this. Okay? You know this. Most people are terrible at Smash. And the problem with Smash, that where Sakurai is kind of worried about, is that, you got the people that are just casuals at it, but they see people like us and they get discouraged on playing the game. And I know for a fact that happened on the Smash for the Wii U, Smash, or no, sorry, not Wii U, Smash on Ultimate for the Switch. People just stop playing it because they see people schmooving. They see the tournaments, they see, and they're just like, they get discouraged because Smash is, believe it or not, more difficult than a lot of traditional fighting games. Because Smash Brothers, people that are really good, obviously like in Street Fighter or in Tekken, people that are really good can make people that are bad, you know, like look bad. But the biggest difference is that Smash Brothers, if you're bad at the game, you legitimately, like, you have no chance. And it's gonna frustrate you because your health bar is not just gonna go down. You're gonna have almost all your health and you're just gonna get thrown off the stage and die. And it becomes far more frustrating than just getting beat up on stage. Like if you play against somebody that's like, you're not good at Street Fighter, like you get beat up, it's okay, I'm just getting beat up, you know, and I'm just getting beat up on the ground. But Smash Brothers, people will take you, throw you off the stage, you'll have barely any percentage on you, then they'll gimp you, and you'll fall to your death. And that will frustrate you more than anything. So that is what people that are bad at Smash Brothers, like, kind of just get discouraged by playing. Because they get off stage, they don't know how to recover, and they lose all their health, and they lose their stock before they even got started. And that pisses people off. So therefore it becomes like, well, I'm not good at this, I'm never gonna be good at this, I don't understand how to play, you know? So I think fixing that, or trying to help fix that, is going to be something. I don't know how they're going to do it, but maybe they'll be able to do it somehow. Daniel with the $2 says, what comes first, Astral Chain 2, Bayo 4, or a new IP? Probably a new IP at all those. From Platinum Games, probably a new IP before any of those. But I hope Astral Chain 2 comes, or Bayonetta 4. I hope. But probably a new IP. The platformer part makes it harder than any other fighting game. Exactly. Like, it's hard for people to, like, Street Fighter, like, I've seen people trash at Street Fighter. Like, if you practice the combos and the setups, you can get good at that. Like, there is, like, Smash Brothers, there is, like, you can practice off stage, but you really can't practice off stage. Like, you can and you can't. Like, you can and, like, you can't practice it. So it's, like, it's easier to pick up on how to do a combo in Street Fighter or in Tekken than how to be good and not get absolutely demolished in Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers is just a whole different beast. It's one of the reasons why people that play Smash Brothers competitively can take whatever they know and go into Street Fighter or go into Guilty Gear and be good. We've seen a number of people do that, play at a high level, even the highest level. Right now, one of the best players in Guilty Gear is a former Smash player. I don't like this person, but I gotta give him his credit where credit's due. Leffen. Leffen is Smash. He was raised in Smash. He was not raised in other fighting games. Like, he played other fighting games, but he came up as a top Smash player. He quit Smash, went into Guilty Gear, and won Evo in Guilty Gear. Literally won the best tournament in the world in Guilty Gear. Same thing. The Buzz played Guilty Gear. He played at a high level. Riddles is a Smash player that went into Street Fighter and played at a high level. They can apply their knowledge from Smash Brothers and what they do. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Smash Brothers players who can't play fighting games, but you don't see people that are really good at traditional fighting games jump into Smash and be at the highest level. You don't see that because it's way too hard. But people who play Smash, they're like, oh, I can't get gimped. If I learn the timing and the combos, the people that were technically proficient, people that can use, like, you know, Kayuza, and people that can use, you know, Ryu and Ken, if they're really good at using those characters, or even being defensive and turtling and footsies like the Buzz was, they can go into other fighting games and be solid and be good, or even, like I said, top level player, you know? Whereas, like I said, I'm not saying like a lot of Smash Bros. Players do that. Obviously they don't, but we've seen a number of people, you know, even Anti did that as well, went into, you know, Street Fighter and can play Street Fighter at a pretty good level. But you don't see people that are, you know, fighting game players like Street Fighter or Tekken and then coming into Smash Bros. And beating top level players or winning Evo. That's never happened. Not a single person has ever came from another fighting game where they were established as a top player, came into Smash Brothers and won a tournament, like won a big tournament. That's never happened. Like, never happened. Whereas we've seen Smash Brothers players go into Street Fighter and rank well and even win, or go into other fighting games and even win, like Leffen, you know? What about DSP? Do his skills transfer? No. No, skills don't transfer at all. No. Smash Ultimate is likely the Smash game I've had the most hours in. Yeah. The Wii U era amiibos were the devil, and they really got you. They really got how you play it. Like when you train the amiibos, that thing, Gabe. Now this is the Justin theme. This is the Justin theme. I arrived into Smash Bros. Already being quite the competitive player in Street Fighter and King of Fighters. I was an early tournament play. I sucked competitively at Smash. Yeah, because Smash does not follow all the rules that traditional fighting games follow. So it's harder for people that played those games to get into it. But Smash Brothers, the fact that it's unorthodox, it makes it easier for people that want to get. It's like, wait a minute, I can't get gimped. Wait a minute, I can't, like, you know, I can't, like, I don't have to sit there and play off stage. I just have to do the combos. Because in Smash Brothers, there's footsies, there's neutral, there's combos. You know, obviously you have, like, there's DI and things that you can do to get out of it, you know. But Smash is, like I said, it's a lot, like, the rules bend and turn. Whereas Street Fighter and King of Fighters and a lot of these games, like, yeah, they bend and turn at times depending on the matchup. But a lot of times, like, hey, your combo that works on this person always works. Like, if you can do a combo on Cammy, you can do the same combo on Vega, or the same combo on M. Bison, or the same combo on Balrog. It pretty much works on everybody. In Smash Brothers, no. One combo that works on Bowser might not work on Pichu, or might not work, depending on the weight, the size of the character, their hitbox. Everything changes. Everything's not the same. So you have to know specifically what happens, and also if you factor in like directional DI or not. So there's too many stupid rules that don't apply to fighting games that make Smash Brothers way more stupid to play for competitive players out there if you're not already in that culture. Whereas, like I said, Street Fighter, your combo that works for one character works for everybody for the most part. You know, Smash Brothers, no. Certain combos only work on heavy characters and big characters. Certain combos only work on maybe a lighter character. Certain combos only work on somebody who's like a fast faller compared to like a non-fast faller, or more floaty, or compared to not. Like, it's really dumb. It can be really dumb. OJ was like Mr. Roshi in Smash 4, schooling myself in truth, but I helped you guys get good at the game, good at those games. If it wasn't for the boot camps I put you guys through. But yeah, I used to beat the crap out of I used to beat the stuffing out of Party Man in Chupa in Smash 4. But I legitimately think I was better in Smash 4 than I was in Smash Ultimate, because Sheik was better. Sheik's always been like Sheik's like my character, right? Sheik's my character, and she was so good in Smash 4. So of course I was better than you guys, because Sheik was really good in Smash 4. Smash Ultimate, Sheik's nowhere near as good. I'm not as good. You guys get better, so therefore I get bopped. But Sheik's still my character though. Like, if you guys want to know, like, if I had to say, okay, who do I use? Well, no, Joker's my character, but Sheik and Joker, those are like my two characters. But Joker's just, I have a better chance of winning with Joker, because Joker's just like significantly better than Sheik and way stronger, you know, like when he has Arsene at least. I'm pretty good at Smash, and even I haven't mastered the movement and platforming, you know. Let's see, I main Ridley for a few months in Ultimate. Yeah, that means you didn't win for a few months in Ultimate. You probably weren't winning for a few months in Ultimate with Ridley. Ridley's combo food. Oh my gosh, Ridley is combo food. But nah, Ridley's fun to use though. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. I want to say thank you to everybody who came out to today's stream. I appreciate all the support today. The support was crazy amount of support today, Dono. So I really appreciate that. It does help out on the channel. But I do want to point you guys in the direction of my most recent video. I had a video talking about some big Nintendo Switch 2 news. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. I talk about the new Metroid movie. I talk about Splatoon Raiders, about the underground areas in Splatoon Raiders. So that's fun. I talk about a bunch of different stuff, man. So you guys have a, let's see here. I put you in a block, OJ. Don't forget that. Okay. Yeah, that's true. You did. But dude, Steve is cheating. Steve is absolutely cheating. And your connection combined with Steve is like made me quit Smash Bros. It's made me, that is one of the reasons why we need rollback netcode, Shinru, is playing against you and Steve. Those two things. You're a good player, don't get me wrong. You'd probably beat me offline too. But still, your connection plus Steve is like hell. It's like the worst thing ever, or at least my connection with you. You probably have better connection with other people closer to you in the East Coast. But the no rollback netcode plus Steve is like, it's like pulling your teeth out. It's like I'd rather get the rest of my wisdom teeth pulled out with no anesthetic or anything like that. I'd rather do that than play than play against Steve for like hours on end. Like, Steve is like the worst character ever and is like broken, and I cannot wait for Steve to not be in the next Smash Brothers game. Like, I can't wait for Steve to be gone forever and that character can never come back to Smash Brothers. I really hope they don't ever bring back Steve, because he's terrible. He is the worst thing. He is the worst, the absolute worst. No, do not bring Steve back. No. Or at least if you do bring him back, you gotta nerf him. Like they nerfed Bayonetta. Bayonetta got a big nerf. You gotta nerf Steve. He is way too good in the game. He's like super S tier. He's broken. He's too broken. He's too broken. But all right, guys, check out my most recent video. If you guys all, we got 160 people plus still here. If you guys all click on that video and drop a comment. If you have not dropped a comment, guys, if you have a hype, if you can use a hype, if you can drop a comment, if you guys can hit the like button on there, I really appreciate it. It's all free too. It's all free. So head over to my video, check out the link. Joker is top tier, but Joker is not better than Steve. Steve is way better than Joker. Like, Steve is like super S tier, and then Joker is just like S tier. And they nerfed Joker multiple times too. So I just want to also point that out. But yes, Joker is really good, but Steve is like super S tier. To the point to where people just want to like ban him in the tournaments, but they can't. But yeah, Steve is way too good. Way too good. But all right, guys, love y'all so much. Appreciate you guys coming out to the stream today. Appreciate everybody being here. You guys head over to my video, give it a like, give it a comment, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys for the next stream. The next stream should be on Thursday. We're gonna take tomorrow off. I might do a big compilation video, maybe a short as well. So I'll probably do some content for you guys, but just no live stream probably, unless something crazy happens, like Star Fox or something. Then we'll probably do a live stream tomorrow. But all right, guys, love y'all so much. We'll see you guys for the video tomorrow. I'll have a video for you guys tomorrow at some point, and probably like a short too as well. So all right, guys, love y'all. Peace.